We welcome you to historic Anderson Memorial Stadium for Game 3 of a 3-game set between the Anderson Trojans and the visiting Carson-Newman Eagles. Randy DeCrow checking on with you here on the Eagles Sports Network as Carson-Newman trying to get back on the horse. They are 8-8 this season, 1-7 in sack play, and have lost 6 straight. So really trying to get back in the win column here in this final game of the season, or should I say the series. Whereas Anderson, they've been cruising these last couple. They're 13-4 on the year, and one of just 12 teams in the Southeast region to reach the double-digit win total so far this season. And they are 4-4 in sack play after the 2 wins over the Eagles yesterday. Game 1, a 6-1 decision. The Eagles put up a run midway through the game, but can't tack any more on. And this Trojan offense has been deadly to the Eagle defense and this Eagle pitching staff as well, really. And Game 2 was a 7-3 decision. Carson-Newman put up a couple in the bottom of the, or the top of the first, and added a couple more on to take the lead. They were up 3-2, and the Trojans have a 5-run bottom of the 5th to retake the lead, and they would keep that lead through the end of the game, despite a good start really from Colton Kaysen, aside from just that one inning. Pretty quality. But we get to do it for Game 3. Carson-Newman in their navy jerseys with white lettering, orange accents, and the gray pants. Anderson in the home whites today with the black lettering and gold accents. They're wearing white and gold ball caps with the black backing. Carson-Newman in their navy hats. And Maddox Green is first up to face Walker Nolan. The first pitch from Nolan is a strike that hits the outside corner. Big game for Carson-Newman to get back on the horse. The next pitch from Nolan is fouled up the right field side and out of play here at Anderson Memorial. Beautiful, beautiful day here in the Palmetto State in South Carolina. Probably about 65 degrees if I had to guess. No, I'm not a weather person, but I'll check for you. And Nolan kicks and fires the 0-2 to Green. It's high and away for ball 1. 73 degrees. Geez, I underestimated. Beautiful day here in the first day of March down here in the southern United States. UV is out of 5, so if you're wanting to get out and tan, now might be a really good time to do it. 1-2 on the way to Green, and he hits a hard ground ball up the third baseline, but Denton dives to make the play, and Bullard misses Green on the tag. He beat out the throw. Good job by the freshman to go hard to the bag. And Maddox Green has a leadoff single here. Can't imagine they're going to call that anything else other than a leadoff single. And that brings up Braxton Smith, the center fielder. While we're at it, give you the defensive alignment for the Trojans as Nolan lines up his first pitch to Smith. It's outside low for ball 1. From right to left in the infield, Ben Bullard is playing first base. He didn't play at all yesterday. Riley Matthews is the second baseman. Brooks Morrow, the shortstop, who jacked the 3-run shot in the bottom of the 5th to put Anderson up, is at short. And Braxton Smith hits a chopper up the middle. Matthews steps on second and makes the throw in time to Bullard at first for the double play. So 2 down for this Carson-Newman lineup already here in the top of the first as Braxton Smith grounds into a double play. A little 4-3 unassisted action there. And that brings up Logan Floyd. Brooks Morrow at shortstop, Miles Denton, the third baseman, and then from left to right in the outfield is the first pitch to Floyd is a ground ball up the third baseline. It's a fair ball. It's going to keep curling foul, but Logan Floyd is making his way around second. And the throw skips in a couple of times, but Floyd was there well before. So leadoff, or should I say an opening inning double for Logan Floyd on the first pitch from Walker Nolan. And Carson-Newman now has had 2 base runners. Adams Fawcett in left, Zach Stover in center field, Braden Harrison in right. And it's Bradley Soto Diaz with the runner in scoring position to take the first pitch. He swings and misses at a high fastball. Dom Bello is behind the plate doing the catching, and Walker Nolan, the starter, here for the Trojans in this Game 3 of this series. As Nolan kicks and fires the 0-1. This one is sky high and dipping out of play up the right field side. It hits the maintenance facility here at Anderson Memorial. Soto Diaz hits a line drive into right field, but Harrison was just jogging to get there, and he makes the catch for the third out of the inning. So Carson-Newman, a couple of hits here in the opening frame. Can't bring any around to score, and we'll get our first look at Christian Henderson when we come back here on the Eagles Sports Network, the sophomore starter, trying to put together a quality start for the Eagles here on this beautiful Sunday. We'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Back with you here on the Eagles Sports Network for the bottom of the first after Carson-Newman puts together 2 hits in the top of the first, but can't bring any runners around after Braxton Smith grounded into a double play. And then Bradley Soto Diaz hit a line drive out to right field to end the frame and keep things scoreless for the Trojan starter Walker Nolan. Now we'll get our first look at the Eagles starter Christian Henderson, the sophomore, lining up for his 4th start of the season thus far, and needing to be strong here for this Eagle offense because this Trojan offense has challenged Carson-Newman right, left, and center. They've already dropped the first 2 games of this 3-game set, and the first pitch to Adams Fawcett from Henderson is a really good fastball that hits the back of the plate for strike 1. Fawcett, a chopper that gets underneath the glove of Jono. Pearson leaks into the outfield, so 2 opening singles, and Adams Fawcett has done that in every game so far this series, an opening at-bat single. Just bounced right under the glove of Jono Pierce at shortstop, and Adams Fawcett is aboard at first. That brings up Braden Harrison. The first pitch from Henderson is a great breaking ball that comes across the plate and is a called strike after Harrison doesn't swing at it. Defensive alignment for Carson-Newman is what you would typically see in the infield as Harrison skies one into left center field. Maddox Green is moving back, and it's over the wall. Green and Smith had tracked it all the way back, and it's all of 380. Just missed the Trojans scoreboard out there, and Anderson is up 2-0 early after the 2-run shot from Brooks Harrison, his team leading 5th of the season. Hit a home run against Alec Wilson in Game 1 of this series against Carson-Newman. and has done it here in the bottom of the first to put the Trojans up 2-0 early. And Christian Henderson fires the first pitch to Dom Bello. It's a ball that misses outside and low. Braden Harrison having a great weekend. He's had a great season so far. The next pitch from Henderson is high and inside for ball 2. Next pitch to Bello is in the zone and good for strike 1. It hit the lower half there. And here comes Henderson again on the 2-1. It's fouled back into the netting. So make it 2-2 to the catcher, Dom Bello. 5th home run of the season for Braden Harrison. And Christian Henderson lines up the 2-2. It's cut on and missed, a strikeout to put the first out on the board for this Eagle defense. After the home run given up in the bottom of the first here, and that brings up Levi Medford, the designated hitter. Henderson has given up 8 home runs, now 9 in his career. The last one he gave up 2 against Belmont Abbey on the 15th of May, and the first pitch to Medford misses outside for ball 1. Henderson comes home again on the 1-0, and it's fouled into the shin pads of Kevin Hammond for strike 1. Defensive alignment for Carson-Newman. Aiden Gibson at third base, John O'Pierce at shortstop. Cole Nathan is at second. Logan Floyd is at first. And here comes Henderson on the 1-1. 1 out on the board for the Eagle defense. Breaking ball nearly hits Medford in the head. He dodges out of the way, and it makes it 2-1. Maddox Green in left field, Braxton Smith in center, and Bradley Soto Diaz is in right field. Henderson 2-1 is just too high. Home plate umpire didn't like it, and it's a hitter's count for Levi Medford. Good breaking ball from Henderson. That hits the outer half and makes it a full count. Henderson deals, and the breaking ball is high and away, so Medford will take his base after the Dom Bello strikeout. The Trojans have another runner on, and Henderson matches his strikeout with a walk. Braden Harrison with his 5th jack of the season. He's tied for 3rd place in the SAC with the most home runs. And the first pitch to Brooks Morrow, who also hit a home run yesterday, is a sizzling fastball that gets in the zone. Runner on first in Levi Medford, and Morrow put the Trojans ahead yesterday as Henderson goes back to Medford at first. Morrow has been hot recently, too, and the next pitch from Henderson off speed is in the top half of the zone and good. So 0-2 count for Brooks Morrow. The senior stands at 6'3" in the right batter's box, and he was 5 for 11 last week. He played in every game for the Trojans. Has been so good in this series as well with the 3-run jack. The next pitch misses away and high for ball 1. Good 0-2 pitch, though, from Henderson. And here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Good breaking ball from Henderson and gave him 2 strikeouts to put 2 outs on the board for this Eagle defense. Brings up the 3rd baseman, Miles Denton. He is hitting 6th in this lineup today. Was hitting kind of in the 4-5 slot in the 2 games this earlier in the series. And now he goes in the right batter's box to face Henderson, but he'll go over to Medford at first before he throws any pitches to the third baseman. So Denton slides down. Brooks Morrow, after his 4 RBIs in Game 2, gets slotted up 1. And Henderson nearly got Medford over there at first again. Has yet to throw a pitch to Miles Denton. And finally eyes him down to come home. The junior out of Brentwood, Tennessee, takes a swing at the first pitch. It's fouled up the first base side. Logan Floyd is trying to track it, and he can't see it with the positioning of the sun in this mid-afternoon game. So that'll fall foul, and Denton will step in for another pitch. Happy birthday. That should have been caught probably, but nonetheless, the junior out of Brentwood, Tennessee, is the transfer from Roane State Community College. Played with John O. Pierce, who's playing shortstop for the Eagles here this afternoon. 0-1 is high from Henderson on the fastball and makes it 1-1. Runner still at first base. The Eagles defense has 2 outs. Next pitch is a little outside, but the home plate umpire likes it. Good job by Kevin Hammond behind the dish to frame that one, and it's 1-2. Trojan hitters taking advantage of early pitches here, and Henderson throws the 1-2 a little too far outside. Looked like a pretty similar spot as the last pitch, but nonetheless will be 2-2. Henderson, in his 3 starts this season, has thrown 14 2/3 innings, has given up 14 hits, and the next pitch misses low and away. That'll work the count full. Good job by Denton to be disciplined there. And his first bat, his first look at Henderson. Henderson has given up 11 runs this season, just 5 of them earned, with 14 strikeouts, and Denton waves through the breaking ball. So 3 strikeouts will be all 3 outs, all 3 swinging from the Trojans to get Henderson out of the 2 runs that the Trojans put up in the first. And we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network to see if the visitors can respond.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Well, the Eagles are down 2-0 here after the first inning in this final game of a 3-game set. The Eagles trying to snap a 6-game losing streak here in Anderson, South Carolina. And they line up against Walker Noland for the second time. It's Cole Nathan, Evan Mutter, and Aiden Gibson. 5, 6, and 7 in the Carson-Newman lineup to face Noland. And they get to do it here at Anderson Memorial Stadium as Nolan kicks and fires the first pitch to Nathan, a good breaking ball that is good on the outside. Makes it 0-1 for Nathan. And here comes the 0-1. It's inside and high, so make it 1-1. Third time this series that Anderson has put up runs in the bottom of the first and taken the lead against Carson-Newman. And this time they're facing Walker Noland, the Anderson pitching staff, as he fires the 0-2, or the 1-1, excuse me, and it is a strike, so make it 1-2. good off-speed pitch that Nathan didn't like, so he steps back in for the 1-2. Nolan, the redshirt senior, stands at 6'5". He throws from the right side, and this pitch is elevated out towards center field. It's Stover moving back, and he makes the catch over his left shoulder. Kind of had to travel back towards the wall. He was nearly at the warning track to make that catch, but had a good line on it and a good read. So Cole Nathan will sit back down and bring up Evan Mutter, the DH. Mutter came in yesterday to play a little bit of third base for the Eagles as well as pinch hit for Jono Pierce, and then Aiden Gibson moved over to shortstop. And Nolan, the first pitch, Mutter squares around the bunt. It's beautifully placed right up the third baseline. Mutter beats the throw out. Well done by the designated hitter to play the small ball, and he turns on the Jets to get there in time. So Evan Mutter is safely at first, and that brings up the senior third baseman, Aiden Gibson, who accounted for one of Carson-Newman's few RBIs yesterday. Hit a really good line drive into right field to bring a couple runners around. Gibson digs in from the right, and the first pitch from Nolan is a fastball too far outside. Nolan has made 5 appearances now here in 2026, this being his 5th, and has started all 4 of those games. 17 2/3 innings he's pitched, and the next pitch from him is a fastball right down Broadway that makes it 1-1. Has thrown 4 innings in 3 of his 4 starts. 2 2/3 against Tusculum in the loss, where he gave up 6 hits and 4 earned runs. And Nolan goes over to Mutter at first. Doesn't get him, and will reset to face Gibson. He's working with a 1-1 count, 1 out on the board, and a runner at first. So 1's all across for number 21. Gibson turns his hands just a little bit to think about swinging at the 1-1, but it's a called strike. So make it 2-1. Good breaking ball there from Nolan. Nolan has given up 28 hits in his 4 appearances and has already given up a pair to Carson-Newman. And a third there with the Evan Mutter bunt. So allowing contact and not too many strikeouts, just 13 on the season. 1-2, and Nolan goes back to Mutter again for the second time, checking him and just making sure he's staying put. Wind is blowing from left to right and kind of in towards the Anderson dugout on the first base side. 1-2 on the way. Gibson fouls it back and into the parking lot here at Anderson Memorial. This stadium is over 50 years old, was founded back in 1970, and was home to the Anderson Braves, the high A affiliate of the Atlanta Braves, what is now the Rome Emperors, who play in Rome, Georgia, high A affiliate of the Atlanta Braves still. Nolan comes home with the 1-2, and Aiden Gibson lofts it out to right field, where Harrison is underneath it and comfortable to make the catch. Brings up the shortstop, Jono Pierce. Struggled to put hits together here in 2026 after he transferred over from Roane State, where the third baseman Miles Denton came from as well. Those 2 teammates back just a year ago, now playing on opposing clubs. And the first pitch from Nolan to Pierce is an off-speed outside corner and well placed for strike 1. Evan Mutter is on first, and here comes Nolan with the 0-1. It misses just outside. So Nolan thus far living on that outside corner. And there's 2 outs on the board for this Anderson defense. Carson-Newman trying not to strand a runner for the 2nd inning in a row. Have had base runners on had 2 on in the top of the first. Maddox Green with the leadoff single, and then Braxton Smith grounded into a double play. Logan Floyd hits an opening frame double. They leave him on base after Bradley Soto Diaz hit a line drive out to right field, and here comes the 1-1. It's skipped back over the press box here at Anderson Memorial and makes it 1-2 for Jono. Didn't play in game 2 of this series against Anderson as Nolan goes over to Mutter again. Trying to control him there. He's got about a 3-stride lead off of first base, probably all of 7-8 feet. And breaking ball misses the zone to make it 2-2. Tom Griffin wanting to see a couple more walks out of his squad today, being selective from these Anderson pitchers after both of the starters yesterday for the Trojans, just complete gems. 7 innings or 8 innings from Caleb Owens, and then 7 innings from Cole Davis. And the 2-2 got him looking. That'll retire the side, and Jono Pierce goes down on strikes. Walker Nolan gets his first strikeout of the afternoon. And Carson-Newman strands a runner for the 2nd inning straight. And we'll be right back here on the Eagle Sports Network, where the Trojan Bats take over. Zach Stover, Ben Bullard, and Riley Matthews, 7-8-9. When we come back.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Christian Henderson back to work for inning number 2. Carson-Newman trails the Trojans by a score of 2-0 after Anderson puts up 2 runs thanks to the 2-run shot by Braden Harrison in his first at-bat facing Henderson. Henderson has had some pretty good starts this season. He went 6 innings against Cedarville in his first start this year. That was on the 7th of February, where he gives up 3 hits and just 1 run. 5 strikeouts to go along with it. 6 innings against Lenore Ryan, where he gives up 5 runs, but 8 strikeouts to go along with it. First pitch to Zach Stover is a good fastball for strike 1. And now trying to battle through a couple of runs that the Trojans put up as Stover takes a small little hack. It's putted towards Jono Pierce. He's on the run to make the throw, but he does. So 1 away for the Carson-Newman defense, and that brings up Ben Bullard, the first baseman. Didn't play yesterday, so this is Carson-Newman's first look at the first baseman. Dylan Dampier was the first baseman yesterday, and after he had a struggling day at the plate, first pitch from Henderson misses outside to make it 1-0. Bullard will step in. The redshirt junior hails from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, stands at 6'1" in the right batter's box. Inside fastball from Henderson just misses. Kevin Hammond held it there for a good amount of time, wanting to see if the umpire was going to change his mind, but he does not. So it'll remain a 2-0 count. 1 out on the board for Carson-Newman. And next pitch is a good breaking ball. That is the first strike of the count. Has started in 13 games and played in 13 games, this being his 13th. And Henderson Misses high on the fastball again. So hitters count for Ben Bullard in his first look at Henderson. Played in 2 games against the Tusculum Pioneers. Was 1 for 7 in those games against Tusculum. And here comes the 3-1. It's a breaking ball that's blooped softly up the right field line. Logan Floyd's on his horse, but he can't get there before it bounces and hits the fence just next to the Trojan bullpen. So a full count now for Ben Bullard. Bullard, a .313 hitter this season. That's the 3rd best batting average on this team. He's hitting 8 in this Trojan lineup. PJ Zochi happy with his production, and Bullard fouls another one towards the Carson-Newman dugout this time. So 6 pitches in this at-bat so far, and pitch number 7 coming up. Here's the full count pitch on the way, and Bullard gets it off the end of his bat. It's in shallow center field, and it's going to drop 15 feet in front of Braxton Smith, who was charging in to try and get there in time. But Bullard, the soft contact, will get him on base, and he's 1 for 1 today. Now Riley Matthews, the freshman second baseman with speed, can step in and try and move a runner around. He's got just 1 out on the board. And Matthews takes the first pitch from Henderson, breaking ball that stamps the inside corner for strike 1. Henderson working with a fastball, slider, changeup, and a 2-seamer in his arsenal. And he goes to the fastball for the next pitch, misses inside and low for ball 1. Matthews, the freshman, coming from Waxhaw, North Carolina. That's where Drew Fletcher, who plays for the Eagles, is from as well. We might see him a little bit later today. Henderson misses with the breaking ball well in the other batter's box, but Hammond a good job to keep it in front of him and makes it a 2-1 count on Matthews. Making his 10th start here in this game this afternoon, and has played the last 6 straight. Matthews fouls 1 back for a 2-2 count. The freshman had a really good week last week, and that's why he's a consistent part of this Trojan lineup and is slotted in nicely. The freshman coming in was 5 for 13 last week and had 7 RBIs over the course of the 4 games as Matthews lofts one up and out of play up the right field side. Hits the Trojan indoor facility and bounces far and away as the relieving arms in the Anderson bullpen chase after it. So still 2-2. 6th pitch of the at-bat doesn't come yet because Henderson goes over to Bullard at first. Matthews' lone hit yesterday was a triple. And he lines up against Henderson. Nope, Henderson back to Bullard. This field yesterday was super wet, and the dirt was super sticky. Saw runners getting caught a couple different times just because they weren't anticipating the stick. Matthews holds off of the 2-2. It was a good breaking ball. Didn't break the plane, didn't break his wrist. So a full count now for Matthews. He's getting ready for his 7th pitch of the at-bat. Henderson waves off the sign and takes that one. And here we go. Full count, misses high and away. So the second walk of the ball game puts Bullard on second. Riley Matthews is at first base, and that brings up the top of the order, Adams Fawcett. Braden Harrison, the home run hitter in this Trojan lineup, is on deck, and Fawcett hit a ground ball into center field to put himself on base, and it counts for one of the runs on the board for Anderson. The lefty digs in, and the first pitch from Henderson is a line drive into center field. Bullard's going to hold up at third base. Floyd trying to cut off the throw. He will not. Everyone moves around a base, and Adams Fawcett is 2 for 2 today. 2 hard hit balls in to center field. Consistent with the base hits, and you got to imagine that's why Coach P.J. Zochi puts him at the top of the order. And now Braden Harrison, the home run hitter in this ball game, has the bases loaded. Jason White's going to go have a conversation with Christian Henderson before anything silly can happen.
You thought what would be big news? Well, there seems to be an absence of a certain ornithological piece.
Carson-Newman not wanting to let this ball game slip away from them too fast. They've got 9 innings, so a little bit longer than the second game of the doubleheader where they played 7. But nonetheless, we're ahead for the first 4 and then let it slip away in the 5th. Trying to get back in the win column. They're 8-8 on the season, have had a really good non-conference schedule. But 1-7 in sack play, have lost the last 6 straight, including a sweep at home. Lenore Ryan coming in and taking care of business at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, and then Lee as well, taking a midweek out-of-conference game. And now Henderson lines up the first pitch to Harrison, and it misses inside and high for ball 1. Harrison tied for 3rd in the sack in home runs. And the next pitch from Henderson is a good fastball commanded to the outside corner. So 1 strike and 1 ball with 1 out on the board. The bases are juiced for the Trojans. And Henderson trying to work out of a jam here. Next pitch is a fastball that misses too low. And it's 2-1. Henderson misses on the fastball again. This one well outside. It's on the white of the left batter's box. So a 3-1 count for the best hitter in this lineup, Braden Harrison. Breaking ball, top of the zone is good, so make it full. Bases are loaded, and Harrison, who was 1 for 4 yesterday, his only hit was a home run, and has done the very same here on this beautiful Sunday. Payoff pitch on the way, and Harrison elevates one up to left field. Maddox Green is moving in. He lost his hat. He makes the catch, and Ben Bullard is 2 steps off of third, but he ain't going to come home. So good job by Maddox Green, and Ben Bullard respecting his arm. He'll stay planted at third base. Bullard is at third. Riley Matthews is at second, and Adams Fawcett is at first. So Matthews and Fawcett with speed, and that brings up Dom Bello. Catcher had a couple of RBIs of his own yesterday. Bello was one of the hardest outs in this Trojan lineup yesterday. 3 for 6 across the 2 games and had 3 RBIs as well. Henderson fires a breaking ball that's in the upper half of the zone. 2 outs on the board for the Carson-Newman defense. They're trying to get out of this one scoreless, but it's a tall task with the bases loaded. Henderson comes home with a fastball and misses low and away. So 1-1 count for the catcher, Dom Bello. Bello gets on base about 41% of the time and was on base 50% of the time yesterday. And the next pitch from Henderson misses high and away. So 2 balls and 1 strike on the catcher, Dom Bello. Bello struck out in his first at-bat. And Henderson hits the outside half for the breaking ball. So make it 2-2 with 2 outs, bases loaded. And a big pitch here for the confidence of Christian Henderson, or the confidence of this Anderson offense. Here it comes. It's chopped up the first base side. Logan Floyd reads the bounce off the base well, and he'll tag the bag to get Carson-Newman out of this one. So Anderson still leads 2-0, but Carson-Newman works themselves out of a jam. And we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network to see if Kevin Hammond, Maddox Green, and Braxton Smith can do any damage against Walker Nolan.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Hey Eagle fans, check out the Eagle Shop, the official store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located in the MSAC Grand Hall, the Eagle Shop has all your Carson-Newman apparel, from brands like Nike, Columbia, and Comfort Colors. The Eagle Shop has all your gifts, gear, and accessories. Can't make it in person? Visit eagleshop.cn.edu. That's eagleshop.cn.edu for all your Carson-Newman clothing needs.
It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the Eagles Shop halftime report in 60 seconds. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
AEC is a distributor.
Kevin Hammond steps in from the right side to face Walker Nolan here in the top of the third, and the first pitch is a strike that blisters the upper half of the zone to make it 0-1. Hammond, in some of his first plate appearances of the season, next pitch misses too far outside on the fastball. And the catcher trying to get his first hit of the season with Carson-Newman as he fouls one up the right field side. So make it a 1-2 count for the catcher. 10 games this season with Carson-Newman. Transferred over from Lipscomb just a season ago. Spent 2 seasons there and redshirted in 2024. And here comes the 1-2. It's high and inside on Hammond. Make it a 2-2 count. Has been subbed in a lot to catch and gets the start here today behind the dish. 2-2 on the way. It's outside and a good take from Hammond to work the count full. Not a lot of time in this Carson-Newman lineup, just 8 plate appearances for the sophomore, and he takes a swing at this one. It takes multiple hops into the glove of Brooks Morrow, and Hammond too late to the bag before Morrow makes a good throw. That'll put the first one away. Brings up Maddox Green, the left fielder, who is 1 for 1 today. Hit a line drive out to left field, up the left field line in his first at bat. Green has been just an on-base machine for Carson-Newman, reaching base about 47% of the time. He takes the first pitch, but a good off-speed that is guided to the outside corner by Nolan is strike 1. A 1 on the way. Green takes another breaking ball at the top half of the zone, but it's strike 2. So 0-2 count. Green was 3 for 6 yesterday. He's 1 for 1 today, so 4 of 7 on this series. 2 of his hits came in game 1 for Carson-Newman. And he checks swings at the next pitch, and it is a strike. He did break the plane, so Maddox Green goes down swinging. And Walker Nolan has his second strikeout of the afternoon. Noland coming into this game had 13 strikeouts on the season. You can now count him for 15 as Braxton Smith watches the first pitch, a fastball that's framed by Bello, but umpire doesn't fall for it. So a 1-0 count. On the way. Smith fouls one to the right side of the field, and it rolls down the berm just past the bleachers here at Anderson Memorial. Bottom couple levels on the third and first base side are just concrete steps, and the 1-1 is cut on and missed to make it 1-2. Once you get past the concrete steps where fans can sit, you get a couple of bleachers. And then towards the middle part of the field, the middle part of the stands, 1-2 is fouled back. You get some metal chairs, and even down by the plate, you got box seats, as this used to be an old minor league stadium, so they're selling tickets. Capacity here at Anderson Memorial is 2,500. And Anderson fans have really shown up this weekend to represent their home team. 1-2 to Braxton Smith is fouled off again. So it's a 1-2 count, but Smith is looking for his 6th pitch of the at-bat. A lot of history at this stadium with this being an old minor league ballpark. Some of the Braves greats played here, and Braxton Smith holds off of a breaking ball that nicks the dirt before it gets in Dom Bello's glove. So a 2-2 count with 2 outs on the board. Carson-Newman loves to have Braxton Smith on the bases with so much speed. 2-2 is delivered, and it's a hard ground ball right to the glove of Miles Denton. Skipping throw is scooped by Bullard, and the Anderson dugout loving that one. Sits him down in order for the first time in this ball game, and Carson-Newman will have Levi Medford, Brooks Morrow, and Miles Denton in the heart of this Trojan lineup when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Trojans blasting Taylor Swift here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. This 3-game set was pushed back a day because of weather in the southern United States. Lots of rain, and Anderson Memorial not in good enough shape to play ball on Friday. So we play 2 games on Saturday and 1 here on Sunday. Anderson Memorial is owned by the city of Anderson, and the Trojans lease it from the city for $1 a month, but that's all given that they take care of the field, and Henderson kicks and fires the first pitch of the bottom of the third to Levi Medford. It's a good strike that clips the outside corner. Trojans taking good care, though, of their home ball field and get to call an all-grass field home. Next pitch to Medford misses low and away for ball 1. Henderson has given up 4 hits so far, 2 runs in the bottom of the first that have Anderson ahead by 2. Breaking ball comes too far inside. That one slipped out of the hand of Henderson, you could tell just by the release, and makes it 2-1. See the Anderson players out before the game as Medford swings and fouls that one up the third baseline. See the Anderson players, though, before the game and during the game, really taking care of the field, spraying it with water, raking it down, and just generally taking care of it in general. Henderson comes home with the 2-2, and it's fouled off. So it'll stay 2-2. Medford has yet to record an at-bat in this contest, walked in his first at-bat, or plate appearance, I should say. And the DH has been effective in this series thus far. Here comes the 2-2, and it misses high, so that'll work the count full. Medford, the grad student. Here comes the payoff pitch, and it's fouled off, curling over the right field fence. Good battle here from Henderson and Medford. Medford worked the count full in his last at-bat as well. And he's now looking for pitch number 7. It goes right up the middle, hits Christian Henderson in the cleat, and Kevin Hammond can't scoop it up. It pops straight in the air. It's the second time this season that Christian Henderson has been drilled in the ankle by a ground ball. Jason White will go out and have a conversation to make sure he's good. Henderson waves off White before he can even get onto the field, and Kevin Hammond needs to adjust his shin guard. Looked like maybe one of the clips on the back broke off. So Jacob Rogers will come out and loan him one of his own. Henderson looks to be just fine, but Levi Medford now on first base. Curious to see how they score that one, if that'll be an error on Henderson. I can't imagine. Nope, just a single to the pitcher. So a leadoff single here in the bottom of the third for the Trojans. This is the third straight inning they've put a hit on the board. Have left 4 runners on base already through the first 2 innings. And Henderson goes back to work with no outs, and he's facing Brooks Morrow. First pitch to Morrow, a good breaking ball that nicks the inside corner for strike 1. Henderson eyes him down, and the 0-1 comes too far inside. Oh, it nicked the elbow guard of Morrow. Umpires are going to have a conversation about that one. Morrow pretty much instantly took off towards first base. It did kind of sound like it nicked his elbow guard, but I don't think anyone on the officiating crew was entirely convinced that it did. It will be a hit by pitch, so Henderson has now given up 3 freebies in this ball game. That's going to move Levi Medford to second. Brooks Morrow at first, and now Miles Denton can get to work. He hits a ground ball into the 5-6 gap. It's rolling into the glove of Maddox Green, and everyone will hold their horses. Medford at third, Brooks Morrow at second. Miles Denton moves the runners with a single into left field. And now the center fielder, Zach Stover, can try with the bases loaded. He was in this situation yesterday, had the bases juiced, and couldn't do anything with it. The junior, one of the, if not the most experienced bat in this lineup, though. He's played and started in every game of his career for Anderson and has a big spot. Kevin Hammond goes and have a conversation with Henderson, and now Jason White is going to come out and do the very same. Action in the Eagles bullpen. They've got, looks like 2 arms warming up. Can't quite decipher who it is just yet. They're looking for White. And they are going to bring another arm in to relieve Henderson of his duties. So 2 innings pitched, 6 hits given up from Henderson, and 2 runs. And Carson-Newman, looks like they're bringing in Brock Culpepper, would be Looks like a 1 and a 5 on that jersey. But we'll take a quick break here on the Eagles Sports Network and introduce you to the new arm for Carson-Newman when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
It is Brock Culpepper to step up and take over duties for Carson-Newman. He threw an inning yesterday, and the Eagles have gone back to this arm, this experienced senior arm over and over again throughout the season. They did this against Lincoln Memorial where they had him go back-to-back games as well, and he gets to go back-to-back here in this series against Anderson. Threw at the tail end of Game 2 yesterday, an inning with no hits, no runs, but nonetheless a loss for Carson-Newman in that game. And Culpepper is going to try and extend for a couple after Christian Henderson goes for just 2 innings. The bases are loaded. There's nobody out. And it's Zach Stover, the center fielder, who is over 1 today, hit a ground ball to John O. Pierce in his first at bat. Pierce is cheating towards second base. And here comes Culpepper home with the first pitch. It's fouled off towards the parking lot and misses all of the Anderson players' vehicles, thankfully. So a 1-0 count, and the umpire wants a conversation with Culpepper. Checking to make sure everything that he had in his pockets was of regulation. Wind's starting to blow a little harder here in the Palmetto State. Blowing straight out towards center field. Almost encouraging Zach Stover in this moment. 0-1 count, and Culpepper goes to the fastball outside and low for ball 1. Culpepper leans over and eyes him down. Bases are loaded. It's Medford at third, Brooks Morrow at second, and Denton at first. The next pitch misses high and outside for ball 2. That one was close. A good job by Hammond to bring it in. Eagles dugout needing a couple good innings out of Culpepper here to try and get their bats going against these Anderson starters, and Culpepper nails Stover in the head. That's going to bring Levi Medford in to score. Brooks Morrow moves over to third. Denton is second, and Zach Stover will be at first. The second hit batter this inning. And the 4th freebie of the game as well. Brings up Ben Bullard, the first baseman. Bullard is 1 for 1 today. Hit a line drive out to center field in his first at bat in the bottom of the second. And he makes contact with the first pitch. It's up the right field side and in the Trojan bullpen. Soto Diaz tracking it to the right field line. So 0-1 count now for Bullard. Worked the count full in his first at bat. And Culpepper nearly gets a check swing, but Bullard hangs off and will make it 1-1. Culpepper over his career has thrown 92 and 2/3 innings for Carson-Newman. Has a career ERA of 7.46. And the next pitch to Bullard misses low and away, same spot to make it 2-1. Has gone multiple innings in 3 games this season, 2 1/3 against Cedarville, 3 innings against Alabama Huntsville. And the next pitch from Culpepper nicks the outer half and makes it 2-2. Bases loaded, no outs on the board for the Carson-Newman defense, and Bullard waves through one. Nasty breaking ball from Culpepper gives him his first strikeout of the contest and his 8th of the season. And he now faces Riley Matthews for the first time. Matthews walked in his first at bat. He's got the bases loaded. And the first pitch from Culpepper fires it back to that outer half and makes it 0-1. Next pitch is low and away on the breaking ball, so 1-1 count on Matthews. The freshman has been relatively selective in his at-bats. He gets the walk in the first one, a triple in yesterday's game. And here he comes with the 1-1. It's in the zone and good on the breaking ball for a 1-2 count. Culpepper trying to work his way out of a jam. The second inning in a row, the Eagles have been in a jam. They're currently down 3-0 over Anderson, and Riley Matthews waves through one. Culpepper with back-to-back strikeouts to put 2 outs on the board for the Eagles. That brings up Adams Fawcett, though, and Fawcett has been a tough out. He was 1 for 6 yesterday, but reached on an error. He brings a lot of speed to the base paths for Anderson, and he is 2 for 2 today. 2 hard hit balls into center field. Accounts for 1 of Anderson's runs, and the first pitch to him is good on the inner half on the lefty. Culpepper back to the outside, and he misses. So it's 1-1. Scoreboard reads 2-0, but it is a 1-1 count with 2 outs on the board. And this is a soft chopper up the first base side. Logan Floyd gloves it down and steps on first. So the Eagles get out of a relatively big jam for the second inning in a row. They allowed just 1 to come in and score. And they are now down 3-0 as we move into the top of the 4th. Carson-Newman will have Logan Floyd, Bradley Soto Diaz, and Cole Nathan 2 up when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Back here on the Eagles Sports Network, where Walker Noland will go back to work against this Eagles lineup, but he has a tough part to face. Logan Floyd, Bradley Soto-Diaz, and Cole Nathan are due up, starting with the All-SAC first baseman and the preseason All-SAC first team selection, who led Carson-Newman in hits and runs last season and RBIs as well, and leads in all those categories again this season. He's 5th in the SAC in batting average, and the first pitch to him is floated high in the air up the third base side, and it's going to be out of play as Denton tracks it all the way over the Eagles dugout to make it an 0-1 count. Floyd was 1 for 7 yesterday with a walk, and in this game is 1 for 1. Hit a hard ground ball up the left field line for an opening frame double. He eventually would get stranded on first base. Here comes the 0-1. It's a hard hit ground ball to the shortstop. It takes one hop into Brooks Morrow's glove, and he makes the play on time for out number 1. So the right fielder, Bradley Soto-Diaz, will step into the box. Spent some time with these gentlemen during batting practice as Soto-Diaz watches the first pitch go by, and it's high, so a good take by Soto-Diaz. And talking to Coach Krob about their approach at the plate as Nolan kicks and fires the 1-0, and it's well placed on the outer corner. So that makes it 1-1. But he said Soto-Diaz doesn't really do incredibly well in batting practice. He just is too in his head. But when he steps into a game, he just turns it on and can really hit the ball hard and is just an athlete. Next pitch from Nolan misses outside, so it's 2-1 to Soto-Diaz. And he's certainly shown that he can show up in games. He's tied for the team lead in hits, 3rd in RBIs for the Eagles, and the next pitch is a breaking ball from Nolan that is in the upper half and good. So 2-2 count with 1 out on the board for Bradley Soto-Diaz. Soto-Diaz played in Game 2 yesterday and was 1 for 3 with an RBI. As Nolan comes home with the 2-2 and Soto-Diaz lays off the high cheese to make it a full count. Soto-Diaz lined out to right field in his first at-bat with Logan Floyd on second. And he holds off of an outside fastball, and he'll take his base. The first walk given up by Walker Noland. And the Eagles can now work with a runner on. Carson-Newman loves their free bases. They did really well taking free bases in the first couple of series against Cedarville and Charleston, but have seen a couple more strikeouts, just a little uptick throughout the season. Still done well being selective, and one of those guys who has been so selective is Cole Nathan, and he takes the first pitch. Speaking of selectivity, a breaking ball that he leaves well in the other batter's box. Leads this Eagles lineup with 12 walks and is 15th in the SAC in that category. Next pitch to Nathan is way outside. Bello gloves it down and pump fakes over to Soto-Diaz at first, but there's nothing there. So it's a 2-0 count to Nathan, and PJ Zochi wants a conversation with his squad, including Walker Nolan. Nolan has given up 3 hits to the Carson-Newman batters, 2 in the first inning and 1 in the second. Eagles have stranded runners in the first and second. Had no base runners in the last inning after Nolan sat him down in order. And they work with a runner on base. Umpire comes out to make sure that everything is going according to plan up there on the pitcher's mound. Carson-Newman really trying to dig out a win here in this ball game. Their 1-7 start to SAC play is the worst start to league play since 2009, and are trying to get on the board after they were projected 3rd in the SAC's preseason poll and haven't been able to find the magic. Did really well in the opening series. They started off with 6 straight wins. Then they dropped 2 out of 3 against LMU. They come back and win a midweek game against Alabama Huntsville and have now lost the last 6 straight. 3-game sweep from LR, a loss over Lee at home, and 2 losses to Anderson here in this series. Next pitch to Nathan is a good breaking ball that is guided outside and low, but in the zone. And makes it a 2-1 count for Nathan. He's got Bradley Soto Diaz on first. Soto Diaz leads this Eagles lineup in stolen bases. He shuffles off the bag, and Cole Nathan lofts one out to right field. Harrison settles underneath it and gets his paws on it for the second out of the inning. Evan Mutter, the DH, will step in. He reached base in his first at-bat on a beautiful bunt that was to the left side of the infield and used his speed to get on base. Nolan finally delivers. He takes his time, and taking his time well because that pitch was on target. Outside corner for strike 1 on Mutter. And here comes the 0-1. Mutter, a soft little blooper that's falling in the Bermuda Triangle, but Brooks Morrow is underneath it to make the catch, and that'll be the inning. So a base runner left on for Carson-Newman for the 3rd time in 4 innings, and they're still down 3-0 against the Trojans. We'll be back here on the Eagles Sports Network to watch Brock Culpepper head back to work.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Brock Culpepper steps back up for his 2nd inning of work after he works the Eagles out of a bases-loaded jam in the bottom of the 3rd. The Trojans still put up 1 run in that bottom of the 3rd, but Culpepper now gets to work with nobody on the bases. He came in with the bases loaded after Christian Henderson gave up 2 hits and a freebie after he hit a batter. Culpepper ends the inning in the bottom of the 3rd with 2 strikeouts and just a soft ground ball to Logan Floyd. And here is Braden Harrison, who is 1 for 2 today, a home run and a fly ball out to left field, and he hits a hard ground ball into the 5-6 gap. So he will remain a great hitter on this day and has really been a great hitter all season for Anderson. He leads this team in batting average, in hits, and 6th in the sack in total hits. After this series, he's got 25 on the season. And now Don Bello can go to work with Harrison at first. Culpepper will make sure he's respecting him over there at first. Bello is 0 for 2 today, but he's going to have a base hit here as he knocks one into left center. It's scooped up by Braxton Smith. Harrison will hold up at second, and 2 hits right off the rip here in the bottom of the 4th puts runners at first and second for the Trojans offense. This Anderson offense averages 10.5 runs per game. That's tied for the lead in the South Atlantic Conference, and have done well in pretty much every offensive category this season. Earlier in the year against Davis and Elkins, they broke the school's record for runs in a game with 30. Levi Medford digs in from the right side. And he's got runners at first and second. Culpepper kicks and fires the first pitch and hits him in the head. Second free base for Medford. And that's the second batter, actually, that Brock Culpepper has hit in the head in this contest. First batter that he faced in the bottom of the 3rd was Zach Stover. And the breaking ball just kind of falls out of his hand and hits the top of the helmet of Stover. It did the very same with Medford just there. So the base is now loaded for Culpepper for the second time in this ball game. Medford is at first, Don Bello at second, Braden Harrison at third. And Kevin Hammond will slow things down to talk his pitcher down. Carson-Newman's pitching staff has posted a 5.13 earned run average this season. That's 3rd best in the SAC, and now Jason White will come out and have a conversation with the entire infield. Action in the Eagles bullpen. It looks like maybe McCain Mangum out there warming up, and they are going to bring in, no, it's Eli Norris, in fact, the right-handed senior that will come in relief for Brock Culpepper. So the 3rd different arm for this Eagle defense, and we'll take a quick break here on the Eagles Sports Network to let him get loose, and we'll come right back. Stay with us on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Well, Anderson has already piled up 8 hits through the first 4 frames. There is nobody out, and the bases are loaded for Eli Norris, who has come in relief for Brock Culpepper, who came in relief for Christian Henderson. So the 3rd different arm for Carson-Newman in this ball game. And got to wonder if at some point they're going to maybe call on Drew Fletcher, who they threw earlier on in the week against Lee, but only allow him to go 3 innings, probably in anticipation for this 3-game set. Nonetheless, Norris will face Brooks Morrow, the shortstop, as his first batter with the bases loaded, and the first pitch from Norris is fastball too high. Norris working with a fastball, curveball, and a splitter in his arsenal. He's thrown 43 innings in his career with Carson-Newman. The senior coming out of Ringgold, Georgia, one of the taller pitchers in this Carson-Newman bullpen, as that one skied up and out of play. Kevin Hammond is chasing it down, but it hits the bleachers next to some Carson-Newman fans and makes it a 1-1 count. So a sophomore starter for the Eagles and then 2 senior relievers to come in and try and extend a couple innings. Get through this ball game and keep things as low scoring as possible for the Eagle offense. And that one is fouled back hard into the netting. For strike 2 on Brooks Morrow. Morrow is 0 for 1 today, a strikeout in his first at bat, and it was hit by a pitch last time around to reach base. And Carson-Newman's defense has no outs on the board, so Norris coming into a jam the second time. A relief pitcher has come in, and a strikeout from Norris. Brooks Morrow fans through one, and that's his second strikeout of the afternoon. Norris's first strikeout on the bump for Carson-Newman. And this Eagles staff has already put together 6 strikeouts in this third game of the set. Anderson takes both of the first 2 games of this 3-game series, 6-1 in Game 1, 7-3 in Game 2. And here comes Miles Denton, the third baseman. First pitch from Norris. Sizzles inside and is a strike from Norris. Norris, one of the pitchers in this bullpen that throws in the 90s. And Denton fouls that one back to make the count 0-2. Norris strikes him out. Make it number 2 for the senior. And the 7th strikeout of the afternoon for the Carson-Newman Arms. Eagles are still down 3-0, but a good job by Norris not to give up contact, because contact pretty much almost certainly scores a runner here. The infield is not pinched. There's 2 outs on the board for this Eagle defense. And Zach Stover, the center fielder, who is 0 for 1 today. He was hit by a pitch in his last at bat by Brock Culpepper. This is his first look at Norris, and he fouls the first pitch back. Back-to-back strikeouts for the senior Norris. He's someone who lives off strikeouts. In his 6 appearances this season, he's thrown 9 strikeouts. A 1.42 ERA for the senior this season. And with the 2 strikeouts today, has 11. Norris fires another one right in the zone, and Stover kind of dodges out of the way. It was a beautiful fastball right down the middle. Stover now hugging the line. 0-2 count. Norris looking for strikeout number 3. Bases are juiced, and it's too high. That's a great 0-2 pitch, though. Trying to get Stover to go on basically the same pitch that he's got him looking at the last 2. Third base is loaded jam that Carson-Newman's been in, and Norris finally goes to the curveball, but it's too high. So makes it 2-2. Carson-Newman coaches saying Eli Norris makes your heart race. This is definitely a heart-racing situation. The Eagles down 3-0, and here comes the 2-2. It's a soft chopper over the head of Norris. It's in the glove. No, out of the glove of Pierce. Nathan with a heads-up play to grab it in his bare hand as he was stretching off second base like a first baseman. But everyone is safe. So Braden Harrison comes in to score. Dom Bello moves over to third. And Levi Medford is at second. An RBI for Zach Stover. And that brings up Ben Bullard. Bullard watches the first pitch from Norris, and it's a strike. So an 0-1 count. Norris getting ahead early in his counts thus far. has worked at least every single one of them to 2 strikes and no more than 2 balls. Norris fires another fastball. It's up the middle. Jono Pierce dives to cut it off, and it rolls out of his glove. He can't make any plays with it, but that's 2 runs scored for Anderson here in the bottom of the 4th as Dom Bello moves in. Levi Medford to 3rd, Zach Stover to 2nd, and Ben Bullard has an RBI here in the bottom of the 4th. Anderson now leads the Eagles 5-0. And Riley Matthews, the second baseman, will line up against Norris for the first time in this contest. Norris fires, and it's too far outside to make it 1-0. A rip into the Carson-Newman dugout will make the count 1-1 after Riley Matthews fouls that one off. Norris has given up 2 hits in this contest, back-to-back after back-to-back strikeouts. Brooks Morrow and Miles Denton go down swinging, and then Stover and Bullard get 2 singles to go that bring Harrison and Bello in to score. And Matthews waves through the next pitch from Norris to make it 1-2. Bases are still loaded, 2 outs on the board for Carson-Newman's defense. And Norris trying to keep things manageable. It's a 5-0 ball game, and here comes the 1-2. It's swung on and missed. Strikeout number 3. Eli Norris does it all himself, and that will retire the side. So Carson-Newman will get back to work, and they got to start tacking some runs on the board if they want to win this ball game. 10 hits already for the Anderson offense. Carson-Newman with 3 and no runs to show for it. They've got Aiden Gibson and Jono Pierce plus Kevin Hammond due up when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Well, Carson-Newman is down 5-0 here as we move into the top of the 5th, and it's Walker Nolan back for his 5th inning of work. This Anderson pitching staff, all credit to them. They have done excellent work against this Carson-Newman lineup. After Caleb Owens goes 8 innings yesterday, Cole Davis goes 7 against the Carson-Newman lineup. And now Walker Nolan has put together a quality start as he moves into his 5th inning of work, and he faces Aiden Gibson first and foremost. 2 runs in the bottom of the 1st for Anderson to kick things off, then a lone run in the bottom of the 3rd, and 2 runs just in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch from Nolan to Gibson is a fastball that catches the outside corner. So 0-1 count on Aiden Gibson. Eagles have left runners stranded in 3 of 4 innings as Gibson just taps one into left center field, and Zach Stover waves off Adams Fawcett to make the catch. He was kind of sinking to a knee in a lunge position to get that one because it was, in an awkward spot between the two of them, but he makes the catch nonetheless. So 1 away for this Anderson defense, and Jono Pierce. Actually, they're going to bring in a pinch hitter for Pierce. It's Seth Benner who will come in Jono Pierce with a looking strikeout earlier in this game. First pitch to Benner is a strike that he watches go by. Benner came in and pinch hit yesterday towards the tail end of game 2, and the next pitch is a breaking ball that comes inside and high on Benner to make it 1-1. Benner, the grad student, coming over to Carson-Newman from University of the Cumberlands. He's got a 1-1 count with 1 out on the board, nobody on, and he elevates this one into shallow right field. Harrison shuffles right, shuffles left, and gloves it down for the second out of the inning. Brings up the catcher, Kevin Hammond. So Benner comes in to pinch hit after Jono Pierce makes a questionable play in the middle infield. And Hammond correctly watches the first pitch inside and high at his shoulders for ball 1. Walker Nolan just 2 strikeouts in this ball game, so working off contact as Hammond nicks one back behind Dom Bello, and it's a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Hammond has yet to record a hit year in 2026. 6 at-bats, no hits, and here comes the 1-1. It misses inside and low. A good take from Hammond. Tom Griffin encouraging him pregame to take walks, a lot of walks for the catcher Hammond. Of course, hit when you can, but can you be selective? He swings at a breaking ball from Nolan to make it 2-2. The Sanderson pitching staff has 3 shutouts through 14 games. That's the second most in Division II. And Hammond goes right up the middle. His first hit in 2026 is a hard ground ball into center field that will put him on first. So shout out Kevin Hammond for his first hit of the year. And he is now 1 for 7 in 2026. Brings up the top of the order, Maddox Green, the left fielder. Green hit a ground ball up the left field line in his first at-bat, struck out in his last at-bat. And the first pitch from Nolan misses the mark outside for ball 1. Eagles trying to bring some energy back into the dugout, back into the lineup, and put together some hits. The Eagles have 4, the Trojans have 10 hits. No runs for the Eagles and 5 for the Trojans as Green dodges out of the way of a fastball that was tracking towards his chin, and it's 2-0. Next pitch gets away from Nolan. It's in the left batter's box, and it's been 3 pitches to Maddox Green and 3 balls to the freshman. First threat that Nolan has really had in a couple of innings. Bradley Soto-Diaz did walk in the top of the 4th. And the next pitch to Green is an off-speed that is in the upper half of the zone for strike 1. So a hitter's count for the freshman left fielder. Next pitch is strike 2. Just barely nicks the outer half of the zone and makes the count full. Green coming into Carson-Newman was a 3-time All-Conference and All-Region and All-State player. He's got a full count, and he watches that one go by to take his base. That'll send Kevin Hammond back into second. And Maddox Green is at first for Braxton Smith, the center fielder, who is 0 for 2 today. Ground ball to second base and a ground ball to third base that have made him as such. And Dom Bello will go out to chat with Walker Nolan, trying to get him out of this inning unscathed. Eagles have a runner in scoring position for the third time in this ball game. Kevin Hammond is at second base. 2 outs on the board here for Braxton Smith. And here comes Nolan for the first pitch to him. Strike one, good fastball. Smith 0 for 2 today, was 2 for 7 yesterday with a leadoff hit in each game. And Nolan misses the zone for ball one. Dom Bello doing the catching in each game for the Trojans. Has sequenced games very nicely as Smith lofts one out towards center field. Stover gets a read on it and makes the catch to put the inning away. So 5 scoreless for Walker Nolan on the hill, and Carson-Newman's defense will go back to work. They're down 5-0 against Anderson here as we move into the bottom of the 5th, and we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Eli Norris had 3 strikeouts in the bottom of the 4th that accounted for all of Carson-Newman's outs. And he will go back to the hill for inning number 2 of work, the third arm for Carson-Newman to face this Anderson lineup. Anderson currently up 5-0 here in Game 3 of this SAC series. Carson-Newman is 1-7 in SAC play. Anderson 4-4 with the 2 wins yesterday. Anderson projected 8th in the SAC preseason's poll. Carson-Newman projected 3rd. So this would be a great series for the Trojans to come out on top of. They've been kind of on a heater recently, have won 6 of their last 7 games, including a series win over Tusculum just this last week. Before that, they had a really good non-conference schedule, 3 games against King and Davison Elkins, and a win over Augusta to begin the year. And the first pitch from Eli Norris to Adams Fawcett is a ball low. Only adversity they've really faced this season, they were swept at home by Newberry as Norris comes home with the 1-0 and misses high and away again. So make it 2-0. One of 12 teams in this Southeast region so competitive that has reached the double-digit win total. Carson-Newman trying to work their way to that mark, and Norris misses again outside. So 3 pitches, 3 balls to Adams Fawcett to start things off here in the top of the 5th, and Eli Norris has some work to do to get back in this count. He kicks and fires and misses again. 4-pitch walk to Adams Fawcett that will put speed on the bases. Fawcett, the left fielder, is pretty quick to say the least. He has a team-leading 6 stolen bases and in only 6 attempts, so he's 6 for 6 in stolen bases. And Kevin Hammond might have his work cut out for him. First walk from Norris. He's got 3 strikeouts to match it. Fawcett thinks about it. Hammond is on his toes. First pitch to Harrison, missed outside and high. Wasn't necessarily a pitch out, but Hammond was ready to go. Carson-Newman's scout no doubt telling them that Fawcett is a pretty dangerous runner. Next pitch from Norris is high, down the middle of the zone, or high in the middle of the plate, so he misses and makes it 2-0. Harrison is 3 for 2 today. Had a ground ball out to left field in his last at bat, and this time he gets underneath one, pops it straight up into the air. It's tracking towards Cole Nathan, who makes the catch over his head. He dropped his hat to make sure he could find it, and that'll be out number 1 for the Carson-Newman defense.
Number 9,
Dom Bello, the catcher, will stand in with a runner on base. He's got Adams Fawcett at first and 1 out on the board, so a couple of outs to work with here for this Trojan offense to tack on to their lead. Carson-Newman down 5-0 against the Trojans. Norris the pitch out. Hammond the great throw, and he got Fawcett stealing. Adams Fawcett was 6 for 6 in stolen bags, and Kevin Hammond, a well-called pitch out from this Carson-Newman coaching staff and the catcher behind the dish, and Kevin Hammond making a great throw over to Cole Nathan at second base. So the bases are cleared now, and there's 2 outs on the board. Dom Bello has a 1-0 count. And here comes Norris. Next pitch gets behind Hammond, but no threat this time. So it's 2-0. And Kevin Hammond asks the umpire for new ball there. Three balls to walk Adams Fawcett, 2 balls before Braden Harrison flew out to Cole Nathan. And now Dom Bello has a 2-0 count, but make it 2-1 after that fastball strikes the zone with authority. Two-one count with 2 outs, and Carson-Newman trying to put together their first scoreless inning against this Trojan offense since the bottom of the second. It is the bottom of the 5th. Anderson leads 5-0 here at Anderson Memorial Ballpark. That pitch from Norris missed, and here he comes on the 3-1. It's fouled back and out of play. So the count is now full for the catcher, Bello, who is 1 for 3 today. Struck out in his first at bat and grounded out to first in his second at bat. Here comes the payoff. It's elevated into right field. Bradley Soto Diaz slowly striding to his left-hand side, and he'll make the catch for the final out of the inning. So the Trojans go down in order, a little bit of adversity to get there, but Adams Fawcett is caught stealing at second to help out Eli Norris. And Carson-Newman now has put a 0 on the board against this Anderson offense for the first time in 3 innings. And we'll be back here on the Eagles Sports Network to see if they can turn the tides, put together a couple runs.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Walker Nolan returns for his 6th inning of work. He went 6 innings on February 13th in the loss to Newberry. He didn't pick up any decision there, but he did let 6 runs come in to score. 2 of them were earned, and he collected 8 hits in that span as well. He's kept the Carson-Newman offense neutralized, though. Just 4 hits for the Eagles. They threaten in the top of the 5th, but no blood from Carson-Newman, and Logan Floyd will check swing at a pitch, and it makes contact with his bat for strike 1 on the foul ball. Floyd is 1 for 2 today. A line drive up the left field line in his first at-bat. Picks up that opening frame double and then grounded out to shortstop in his last at-bat. And Floyd hits another line drive over the head of a jumping Brooks Morrow at shortstop. And he is 2 for 3 today. He continues to stay hot. Floyd's on-base streak was snapped yesterday, but before that he was on base 49 straight games and has restarted that streak here this afternoon. Puts himself on base and has Bradley Soto Diaz and Cole Nathan on deck to try and bring him around. Soto Diaz is 0 for 1 today, walked in his last at bat, and the first base umpire calls time for Trey Miller to come in and have a conversation. Not sure exactly what he's having a conversation with, but he's pointing at Walker Nolan, asking about a pitching mechanic there. And he'll go have a meeting with Bradley Soto Diaz and Tom Griffin over at third base. Brendan Krob will come out and also talk to the right fielder before his at-bat. Logan Floyd is at first, and Carson-Newman, their offense with no outs on the board to try and put together some runs. Anderson's pitching staff with 3 shutouts through 14 games this season. And they have the best strikeout to walk ratio in the SAC. 2.68, that strikeout to walk ratio. They only walk 3 batters per game. Have walked 2 here in the first 5 innings, and a chance to walk a couple more here in the 6th or shut it down. Anderson is up 5-0, and Walker Nolan's first pitch to Bradley Soto Diaz is inside. The senior turns his shoulder and dodges out of the way. Senior transferring over from William Penn. Was one of the preseason players to watch in the SAC, and for good reason. He leads this team in hits. The next pitch from Nolan misses high, despite Don Bello's efforts to frame it in the upper half of the zone. Transferred over from William Penn. Before that, spent 2 years in New York with Cayuga Community. As Soto Diaz fouls that one back, and it's a 2-1 count. Logan Floyd is at first base. Couple stolen bases for the junior this season, but not the Eagles' fastest runner on the base paths, to say the least. And Nolan will go back to Floyd as he dives into first base. The field, after yesterday drying out just a touch, the wind helping, the sunshine also helping, so the dirt not as sticky as it was yesterday, allows for a little bit more typical conditions on a dirt field that you would expect. And here comes the 2-1. It's outside, and Soto Diaz rightfully holds off. Makes it a 3-1 count. Soto Diaz has been on a tear recently, was 7 of 15 last week, a double in each of the 3 games he played in, and that pitch comes right down Broadway from Soto Diaz to make it full. Eagle fans not liking that call from the home plate umpire. It's a full count with Logan Floyd at first. Nobody out, though, for Carson-Newman. And the next pitch is too high from Nolan, and he's frustrated about that one. Had some choice words for himself as Bradley Soto Diaz takes his base. The third walk that Nolan has given up. 2 strikeouts for the redshirt senior. Most he's gone is 6 innings against Newberry just 2 weeks ago. And now Cole Nathan has runners at first and second, and he rips one up the left field line. It's just fair. Logan Floyd is making his way around first base. Fawcett is all the way in the left field corner, and he gets the throw in. That'll keep Bradley Soto Diaz at third base, but nonetheless, the Eagles are not going to be shut out today. They have a runner plated in Logan Floyd after he hit a line drive out to left field, and finally Cole Nathan collects an RBI. Nathan is standing on second base, so an RBI double for the junior. Aiden Gibson said Cole is the energy guy for the Eagles, and whenever they need someone to lean on to get us going, he's going to be the guy, and he certainly has been here in this contest. The Eagles now down by 4 with the 1 run that they've put up here in the top of the 6th. It's a 5-1 ball game. Anderson still leading. Cole Nathan is at second base. Bradley Soto Diaz at third, so runners in scoring position for Evan Mutter. And the Anderson Trojans will bring in an arm in relief for Walker Nolan. That'll be the end of his day. 1 run on 6 hits with 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. Pretty quality start for the senior. And we'll take a quick break on the Eagles Sports Network before we introduce you to the new Trojan arm when we come back.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Luke Parson is the new pitcher, I should say, for Anderson. He throws from the right side and stands at 6'2". The freshman out of Tampa, Florida. The first pitch to Evan Mutter he throws is a ball well outside. Runners are at second and third. Bradley Soto Diaz at third. Cole Nathan is at second after his RBI double to break what the Anderson Arms were trying to put together in a shutout. And here comes Parson to Mutter. It's a ground ball to the shortstop, Brooks Morrow. Bradley Soto Diaz is coming in to score. But an RBI for Evan Mutter as he is forced out at first. We'll move Cole Nathan into prime scoring position at third base. And Aiden Gibson, the senior third baseman, has 2 outs to work with, so needs contact to score Cole Nathan. Walker Nolan, 5 innings, 6 pitch, and first pitch to Gibson from Parson is a strike right down Broadway. Gibson's first look at Parson. Cole Nathan is at third, and umpires want a conversation really quick. One out on the board for Carson-Newman in this Eagle offense. And Luke Parson trying to keep things manageable. The Eagles down 5-2 after Bradley Soto Diaz came in to score. Aiden Gibson fouls one back to make it an 0-2 count. Just can't strike out here. Gibson came up big yesterday with an RBI. He is 0 for 2 in this game thus far. 2 fly balls out to right field and center field that have put him away. And Gibson nicks that one off his ankle, dead ball, so we'll do it all over again. Two needed runs for this Eagles lineup here in the top of the 6th. Luke Parson, the freshman, coming in a tough spot, but man, these Anderson arms, they've put together quality starts as Gibson hits a high fly ball. It's moving out towards left center. Stover is at the warning track to make the catch. Cole Nathan is charging in after he tagged up at third. And Aiden Gibson, who leads this team in sac flies, has another one just there to score Nathan. And now here comes another pinch hitter for this Carson-Newman lineup in the stead of Jono Pierce. It is Sebastian Rodriguez, the freshman, to take over hitting duties, and he's one of few lefties in this Carson-Newman lineup. And he takes the first pitch, and rightfully so, it's a ball outside and low on the lefty. Gibson collects his second RBI of the series, and here comes the 1-0 to Sebastian Rodriguez. He fouls it back, and it's 1-1. Lovingly known as Seabass on this Eagles roster. And here comes the 1-1. It's skied up the left field side, and is curling foul. So it'll be a 1-2 count for the freshman. Rodriguez coming from Greensboro, North Carolina. And the next pitch from Parson is outside. Went back to the fastball and just missed, but a good spot there to make it 2-2. 2 outs on the board, nobody on. Eagles have put up 3 here in the top of the 6th. 2-2 on the way. It's a chop ground ball to the shortstop, Morrow. He gloves it down, and it's over to first in time. So that'll be the inning, but Carson-Newman strings together 3 runs on a couple of hits, a line drive from Logan Floyd, and a double from Cole Nathan, and then a sac fly from Aiden Gibson scored Cole Nathan, and Evan Mutter with contact scored Bradley Soto Diaz after he reached on a walk. So it's a 5-3 ball game. Carson-Newman trying to claw back into this one, and Eli Norris will go back to work when we come back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Norris Norris lines up for his third inning of work. He came in the bottom of the fourth to relieve Brock Culpepper. Collected 3 strikeouts in the bottom of the fourth and sat the Trojans down in order in the bottom of the fifth. Allowed Carson-Newman to climb back into this one. In the top of the sixth, the first pitch from Norris is a curveball that gets away from him and nearly nicks the helmet of Medford. That would have been the second time he's been hit in the head in this ball game. But instead he dodges out of the way and makes it a 1-0 count. Medford is 1 for 1 today. A ground ball to Christian Henderson that allowed him to reach base, and he swings at a fastball that is cooking for a 1-1 count. Carson-Newman down 5-3, trying to put together their second scoreless frame in a row, and Medford comes up empty on that pitch from Norris. It was a fastball yet again. Norris asked to extend a couple innings after Christian Henderson goes for just 2. Brock Culpepper comes together for 1, and he got him swinging. Went to the off-speed, and Medford was about 5 seconds early on that pitch. Of course, that's an exaggeration. But Norris collects his 4th strikeout of the afternoon, and that brings up the shortstop, Brooks Morrow. Morrow had a home run in yesterday's game, a 3-run shot that helped the Trojans take the lead back from Carson-Newman. And he elevates one just behind Kevin Hammond and into the stands here at Anderson Memorial. Tried to bounce up and I almost caught it, but instead a fan will have it. That's fine. I didn't want it anyway. Beautiful day. The wind is still blowing straight out to center field, about 70 degrees. And the next pitch from Norris is a curveball that dips just a tad too low on Morrow. So a 1-1 count to the shortstop. Next pitch from Norris misses on the heater. So it's 2-1 to Morrow. Morrow is 0 for 2 in this ball game. Was hit by a pitch in his second at bat, so he did reach base, but 2 strikeouts otherwise. And he rips one out to left field. Maddox Green is tracking it to the wall, and it's out of here. Fourth home run of the series for the Trojans. A solo shot from Brooks Morrow, his second of the weekend. Makes this a 6-3 ball game. His 4th home run of the season. And now Norris will pitch to Miles Denton. Second home run of the ball game as well. Braden Harrison knocked his 7th home run of the season, or 6th, I should say, in the bottom of the first. And the next pitch to Denton misses again. 2 balls and no strikes on Miles Denton. And he waves through the next pitch from Norris, right through a heavy fastball to make it 2-1. Next pitch from Norris, misses inside. A good read from Denton on that one to make it 3-1 after the Morrow solo shot. Norris has a strikeout in this inning and a home run in this inning. 1 out on the board for the Eagle defense. And Norris kicks and fires. Denton waves through it. Works the count full. Norris comes home with the payoff pitch. It's too high. Skips over the glove of Kevin Hammond. And that is the second walk of the day from Norris. Follows up the solo shot with a walk. Action in the Eagles bullpen. There's 2 Eagle arms warming up out there. Kyle Adams is one of them. And potentially Drew Fletcher, the other one. Here comes Norris to Stover. First pitch is a ball well outside. Norris comes home on the 1-0 and hits the zone with that one, so makes it 1-1. Norris has faced 11 batters and has allowed 3 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts in his 2 1/3 innings. Asking him to extend, and Stover fans through that pitch for a 1-2 count now. Runner at first base in Miles Denton, 1 out on the board for the Eagle defense. Norris has only thrown more than 2 1/3 inning one time in his Carson-Newman career, as Kevin Hammond tried to pick off the runner at first base. He was unsuccessful. And that pitch home to Stover was a strike. So 5 strikeouts for Eli Norris in his 2 2/3 innings of work. And that brings up Ben Bullard. Bullard is 2 for 3 today. Hit a ground ball up the middle in his last at bat to reach. And he gets this one off the top of his bat. Cole Nathan is looking for it in the air and makes the grab for the final out of the inning. So the solo shot from Brooks Morrow has made it a 6-3 ball game, 11 hits on the board for the Trojans, and we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network to see if they can put together hits and runs in consecutive innings. Stay with us. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Luke Godwin threw 11 pitches and 1 inning. Let no hits in, but nonetheless, that'll be the end of his day. So Luke Godwin will take over. And Godwin threw yesterday at the very, very trail end of Game 2. The Eagles were threatening with runners on base, and Godwin came in and effectively ended the ball game for the Trojans so they could secure the victory. Godwin has pitched 9 innings of scoreless baseball in his first 4 appearances, make it 5, of the year thus far. And he will line up against the Eagles batters to try and do the very same. It's a 6-3 ball game. Anderson leads by 3 runs. And the first pitch to Kevin Hammond is a strike that's in the upper inner corner. Hammond is 1 for 2 today. Recorded his first hit in 2026 in his last at bat. He swings through the next pitch from Godwin to make it an 0-2 count. Carson-Newman with 3 runs in the top of the 6th. Brooks Morrow jacks a 1-run shot for a response, and Luke Godwin strikes out Kevin Hammond as he watches that one go by, and that'll be the first strikeout of his day. 3rd strikeout for the Anderson Arms in this Game 3 of the series. Carson-Newman trying to avoid being swept by a sack opponent for the 2nd straight series. And Maddox Green will step in to face Godwin for the first time. Green fouls the first pitch off, makes it an 0-1 count. Parson came in midway through the top of the 6th. And now Luke Godwin will take over here in the top of 7. The off-speed from Godwin misses, so it's a 1-1 count as Green holds off. Maddox Green is 1 for 2 today. Walked in his last at-bat in the top of the 5th. Next pitch from Godwin is on the mark. Green watches it go by. It's 1-2. Eagles trying to generate something, string together runs in 2 straight frames. Want to get Maddox Green on base, though. And here comes the 1-2. It's outside and high as Bello had to stand up to glove it down. Before these road games, Carson-Newman had won 2 on the road. Now have lost 2 straight on the road. And Maddox Green pops that one up into right center. And Matthews nearly falls over as he's backpedaling, but makes the catch nonetheless. And there's 2 away for the Anderson defense. Braxton Smith, the center fielder, is looking for his first hit today. He is 0 for 3. Fly ball out to center field in his last at-bat. Generally, one of the Carson-Newman batters that's pretty good at getting on base. And he takes the first pitch for strike 1. Braxton Smith reaching base 44% of the time, and was 2 for 7 yesterday as that pitch skips into the chest plate of Bello. And it'll be 1-1 to Smith. Has yet to be on base, though, here this afternoon. Carson-Newman trying to avoid the sweep here, and Braxton Smith fouls that one back. Makes it 1-2. 3 runs in the top of the 6th, thanks to Logan Floyd's leadoff single, and then a walk from Bradley Soto Diaz, a double from Cole Nathan, a couple of contact pitches that allowed runners to score, as a check swing there is fouled off from Smith and keeps the count 1-2. Smith has taken advantage of early pitches. His counts in this ball game, he took a first pitch ground ball to second base in his first at bat, and here comes the 1-2. It's high and inside on Smith to make it 2-2. 2-2 count in his second at bat before he grounded to the third baseman, and a 1-1 count in his third at bat before he flew out to center. 2-2 on the way. With 2 outs on the board, Braxton Smith chops one to second base. Matthews with the scoop and the toss for the third out of the inning. Carson-Newman goes down in order. Luke Godwin is still thrown 10 scoreless innings in relief for the Trojans. And Eli Norris back to work in the bottom of the 7th when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network, and we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Sebastian Rodriguez is at shortstop in the absence of Jono Pearson. Eli Norris is back to work for inning number 4 here. He's thrown 3 innings with 1 run. It was earned. It was the Brooks Morrow home run and 3 hits. As Riley Matthews tries to lay down the bunt, it's popped straight in the air, and Kevin Hammond seizes it out of the air for the first out of the inning. Can't be popping out bunts, but Anderson with runs to work with. They're up 3-6 on the Eagles right now here in the bottom of the 7th. That's 1 quick out for Carson-Newman. And now Adams Fawcett, who was 2 for 3 today, can go to work. His 2 hits have both been hard hit balls up the middle into center field. He walked in his last at bat. And the first pitch from Norris strikes the zone for an 0-1 count. Norris goes to the curveball. It's well high and well away from the lefty Fawcett to make it 1-1. Nicest weather in March that we've seen in quite some time. As Norris delivers the 1-1, it's too high. Hammond tried to frame it. Home plate umpire doesn't fall for it, so it's 2-1. Some of the first good weather that Carson-Newman has had to play baseball. They had a beautiful day in Alabama, Huntsville, but otherwise it's been pretty cold for the Eagles in their games this season. Next pitch from Norris, misses low on Fawcett. In that opening weekend against the University of Charleston, West Virginia, there was snow falling, and as such, the baseball world kind of blew up over it. And the next pitch from Norris slips out of his hand and misses high. So Fawcett will take his 2nd walk in a row. Fawcett was caught stealing in the bottom of the 5th by Kevin Hammond. Before that, Fawcett was 6 for 6 in stolen bases, now 6 for 7. And that brings up Braden Harrison. He has the other home run in this ball game. Brooks Morrow, the home run hitter in the bottom of the 6th. Braden Harrison with an opening frame home run. The first pitch from Norris is a strike. This is the 2nd time that Harrison has faced Norris, and in his first at bat against Norris, he flew out to Cole Nathan at 2nd. 0-1 count as Norris eyes him down and delivers inside for ball 1. Fawcett is at first, but he is respecting the arm of Kevin Hammond as of right now. 4 steps off first. He's got the oven mitt on his right hand. Adds a couple inches to your hand if you're trying to be safe, and he dives back in after Norris calls his bluff. 1-1 count with 1 out on the board. Braden Harrison is at the plate. Harrison is 2 for 5 today. Has that home run in the opening inning and a ground ball into left field that snuck in between Jono Pearson and Aiden Gibson in the 5-6 gap. Here comes Norris with the curveball. It misses inside on Harrison. So a 2-1 count. Harrison, one of the Sacks preseason all-conference players, and he hits one hard up the left field line. It's going to curl all the way into the left corner, and good thing it did. The Eagles did not need another run tacked on by Anderson if they want to stay in this ball game. They have 6 outs to work with to tie this one up and try and avoid being swept by the Trojans. And that really hinges on Eli Norris coming up big here in his 4th inning of work. And Harrison takes a check swing, but doesn't get around anywhere. So it's a 3-2 count to Harrison. Payoff pitch. Top of the zone. Got him looking. Eli Norris, strikeout number 6. And that's a season high, a career high in strikeouts for Eli Norris. The most he's had before this was 4. That was all the way back on March 14th against Lee. And now 2 outs on the board with Adams Fawcett at first base. Norris will check in. And that brings up Dom Bello to the plate, the catcher, who is 1 for 4 today. Was one of the tougher outs yesterday, though. A couple of RBIs. Was good with runners in scoring position. His lone hit of the day, a line drive to left center. Norris nearly got Fawcett at first. Eagles dugout liking the check there. And finally, Norris will deliver the first pitch to Bello. Kicks and fires, and a good curveball that comes through the upper half of the zone. Makes it 0-1. Kind of fell out of Hammond's glove, but gives his pitcher some love. Says, good pitch there. Fawcett 3 strides off first. Logan Floyd is covering. Here comes the 0-1. It misses outside just barely. Norris goes back to the curveball, and it bends too far outside. So it's a 2-1 count with 2 outs on the board. Runner at first base in Adams Fawcett. Wind coming in little gusts, not anything too bad. And here comes Norris on the 2-1. It's fouled off the helmet of Kevin Hammond, and he's going to need a second after that came right off his mask. Jason White is out to make sure that his catcher is A-OK. Puts the mask back on and gets a little love tap from Jason White. He's good to go. And it's a 2-2 count with 2 outs on the board. Dom Bello steps back in from the right side. Norris comes home. Bello hits a hard line drive at Aiden Gibson, and the man on the hot corner plays his position well. He makes the catch for the final out of the inning. So a runner on first is left by the Trojan offense, and now Carson-Newman has Logan Floyd, Bradley Soto Diaz, and Cole Nathan due up when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network. Logan Floyd, Bradley Soto Diaz, and Cole Nathan due up for the Eagles here as we check in with you for the top of the 8th here on the Eagles Sports Network. Rhiannon Crow bringing you all the coverage of Carson-Newman baseball this weekend. They dropped the first 2 games of this 3-game set, and here comes Luke Godwin on the first pitch to Logan Floyd. It's a hard ground ball into the glove of Brooks Morrow. Long throw is in time, and that'll be out number 1. Carson-Newman is down 6-3 in this ball game right now. Anderson wins game 1 by a score of 6-1, game 2 7-3. And the Eagles are down 6-3 right now with Bradley Soto Diaz at the plate. 1 out on the board, and we're in the top of the 8th here. Soto Diaz fouls one up the left field line and makes the count 0-1. Luke Godwin has thrown 10 innings in 2026 here and has not let in a run. He's let up 3 hits, and the next pitch to Bradley Soto Diaz is a ball that misses outside. Went to the off speed that time and couldn't find it. So 3 hits from Luke Godwin here in 2026, just 1 walk. Soto Diaz comes up empty on a swing there and makes it a 1-2 count. 1 out on the board, nobody on for the senior. Transfer from William Penn, looking for another hit here today. He found that one back into the netting. Soto Diaz is 0 for 1 today. His lone contact was a line drive out to right field, so a hard hit ball, but otherwise has walked twice, so has reached base twice in this ball game. Came around to score in the top of the 6th. He's one of the Eagles' runs, and he elevates this one out towards right field as well. Harrison is tracking it back to the track, but makes the catch over his left shoulder. And there is 2 away for this Trojan defense. Second line drive that Soto Diaz has had out to right field in this game, and that brings up the second baseman, Cole Nathan. Nathan is 1 for 3 today. Fly ball to center field, a fly ball to right field, and then hit a double up the left field line in his last at bat. He would eventually come around to score. He hits another ground ball up the third base line, and that looked like it was fair. Miles Denton did a good job over there to glove it down, but it is called foul. So no strikes or no balls and 1 strike for Cole Nathan, the second baseman. Nathan, the energy guy, he hits that RBI double and gets the party started for Carson-Newman, which triggers 2 more runners to come around and score. And the next pitch from Godwin misses outside and low for ball 1 on Nathan. Nathan knows how to be selective. He leads this Carson-Newman team in walks and would love a base runner right now. Nathan takes advantage of an off speed as he rifles it in to the gap between second and shortstop. It goes all the way out to the outfield where Zach Stover will pick it up. And Nathan is now 2 for 4 today, having one of his best games of the season. So here comes Evan Mutter, the designated hitter. Mutter is 1 for 3 today, and he watches the first pitch and off speed from Godwin. That's high at the letters of Mutter, and a good take there by the sophomore DH. Mutter has come into this spot a couple of times throughout the season and is asked to do it here today, as this one is fouled back towards the press box. Coming right at my head as I'm trying to call the game. Come on, Evan. Be better. 15 appearances as a sophomore with the Eagles, as Godwin will go over to Cole Nathan at first base. Here in his junior season is trying to put together a couple more base hits. He had 1 against Charleston, 1 against Lee, and he watches the next pitch go by for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Evan Mutter. He's got a runner at first base and Cole Nathan 2 outs on the board, so not much real estate to work with. But the Eagles trying to tack on some runs here in the top of the 8th, but Mutter waves through that one. Godwin has 2 strikes and 2 balls on the junior DH. Twos across the board. Cole Nathan at first. Mutter elevates this one. It's softly hit down the right field side. It's in the glove of Bullard and out in foul territory. Happy birthday, Evan Mutter. You get to stand back in there. Mutter 1 for 2 on the season, and the next pitch from Godwin misses. Pickoff attempt by Dom Bello is unsuccessful. Cole Nathan diving back in time. No sliding mitt for Nathan, just his 2 batting gloves. They are navy red and white on the arms of the All-Sac second baseman. Here comes the 3-2. It's fouled back. Nathan had taken off. And it's a full count for Evan Mutter still with 2 outs on the board. Eagles would love a couple runs here in the top of the 8th because then they only have 3 outs to work with to try and tie this ball game up. And the pitch from Godwin is good and struck him out. Mutter had taken off towards first base. Got him looking. Second strikeout of the day for Luke Godwin. And it comes in a big time to cut off some Carson-Newman momentum. Eli Norris back to the hill. And we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Eli Norris back to work, and he's had 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, and is now coming back for what could be his 5th inning of work. This is the most innings he's ever thrown in a ball game in relief for Carson-Newman. He went 3 against UVA Wise in one of his first appearances of his Carson-Newman career back on March 11th of 2023. And he lines up against Levi Medford, who hits the first pitch out into right center field. Bradley Soto Diaz on his horse to make the catch. And that was a hard hit ball by Levi Medford. Good contact by the DH, and that brings up Brooks Morrow, the home run, one of the home run hitters for Anderson in this ball game. Braden Harrison hit a 2-run shot in the bottom of the 1st, and Brooks Morrow hit his home run in the bottom of the 6th. That was the lone run scored for Anderson in the bottom of the 6th. They're up 6-3 on Carson-Newman right now, and Norris's first offering is a strike down Broadway. Morrow otherwise is 1 for 3 today. Was hit by a pitch in his second at bat and 2 strikeouts to go along with the home run. And the next pitch from Norris is too far outside. Kevin Hammond sliding to his right knee to reach it. Norris, before this appearance, had thrown 6 1/3 innings, had allowed just 1 run, a 1.42 ERA as Morrow gets a hold of this one. It's out towards center field. Braxton Smith with his right hand snags it out of the air. And 2 hard hit balls from the Trojans here in the heart of the order, but Carson-Newman's outfield using their speed to put 2 away. Miles Denton, the third baseman, is now up to the plate. He's 1 for 3 today. His hit came in the bottom of the third. It was a ground ball out to left field. Walked in his last at bat against Norris. Norris goes to the fastball and misses low and away for ball 1. Norris with 3 pitches in his arsenal: fastball, curveball, and splitter. And here comes the 0-1. Denton fans on it. Coming into this season, Carson-Newman coaching staff had Norris as kind of a 1-inning guy, but has been asked to extend a couple innings for the Eagles due to some injuries, as Denton soars that one out to left center. Maddox Green makes the grab, though. 3 hard hit balls. A line drive into right field, a line drive into center field, and a line drive into left field that Carson-Newman's outfielders take care of for Eli Norris. And now just 3 outs for the Eagles to tie this ball game up or take the lead. And it's a tall task. They're down 6-3, and we'll be right on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Aiden Gibson will lead things off here in the top of the ninth. The Eagles have 3 outs to try and put 3 runs on the board, and that would just tie the score up. It's 6-3. Anderson leading here in Game 3 of the SAC series. The first pitch to Gibson he dodges out of the way of, but it's a strike. Luke Godwin has been outstanding for Anderson in his relief innings. As he kicks and fires the 0-1 to Gibson, it's fouled up the third baseline and out of play. So make it 0-2. Godwin has thrown 2 innings here in this game, threw a couple of pitches in yesterday's game to end things off against Carson-Newman. He takes a deep breath and kicks and fires the 0-2. Aiden Gibson hits a ground ball up the middle. It's scooped up by Brooks Morrow and tossed over to first in time for the first out. Eagles now with just 2 outs to make something happen. And they'll bring in Sebastian Rodriguez for his second at bat. John O'Pierce went out in the top of the 5th after he struck out looking in his first at bat. And Rodriguez is 0 for 1 today. He had a ground ball to shortstop in his last at bat. And the first pitch from Godwin is just outside the upper half of the zone. So it's a 1-0 count for Rodriguez. Rodriguez fouls one back and makes it 1-1. Freshman coming in and getting some time in the shortstop position. Godwin now with 2 1/3 innings. He's given up just 1 hit and 4 hits as Sebastian Rodriguez hits one deep out to center field. Stover tracks it to the wall and hits it before he can make the catch. Sebastian Rodriguez with a double here in the top of the ninth. Hard hit ball from the freshman here in a big spot where Carson-Newman needs a hit, and he delivers. And the Eagles will bring in another pinch hitter. It's Matt Bishop, the freshman, who has been pretty good in his pinch hitting appearances for the Eagles. Bishop is 2 for 11 at-bats in 2026. And he swings through the first offering from Godwin. Sebastian Rodriguez is at second. There's 1 out on the board for the Eagles. And Matt Bishop looks to the 0-1. Little check swing, but didn't turn hardly at all. Just a little elbow move there. And it's a 1-1 count. Eagles really want to win here. They've lost the first 2 games of the series. Have put together some hits, and the next pitch from Godwin is fired to the outside corner for strike 2.
Let's go. Bear down, 2 set. Let's go.
Tom Griffin has gone to Matt Bishop in pitch hitting situations frequently. And now he asks the freshman to come in and try and move Sebastian Rodriguez around, put a run on the board for the Eagles. Bishop lines one. It's laced out towards the right field wall. See you later. Matt Bishop, a 2-run shot, his first home run of his Carson-Newman career. And it makes this ball game 6-5. The Eagles trail by 1 with 2 outs to work with here in the top of the ninth. How you doing, Matt Bishop? Oh my goodness. What a moment for the freshman. 3rd career hit in an Eagles uniform. And the first runs that Luke Godwin has given up here in 2026 comes off the 2-run bomb from the freshman. Great decision by the Carson-Newman coaching staff to let Matt Bishop come in and pinch hit. That's going to be the end of Luke Godwin's day. We'll bring in the 3rd, make it 4th arm. That will see this Carson-Newman lineup. And it's number 29, Ashton Shackelford, who also threw some innings in relief yesterday for Anderson. He'll come in and try and keep Carson-Newman and hold off this late game charge that they're trying to put together. Carson-Newman has made comebacks in 2 games this season. One of them was against Charleston. They come up big in the early innings. I think it was the 5th inning where they took the lead in that ball game. And then the other one that comes to mind was in game 1 against Cedarville, where Carson-Newman took the lead back in the bottom of the 7th when they hosted the Yellow Jackets. Need 1 more run to tie up this ball game and 2 to take the lead. 9 hits for the Eagles. Matt Bishop's 2-run shot coming in timely fashion. And now Ashton Shackelford is asked to come in a tight spot. First runs that Luke Godwin has given up here in 2026, and it comes off the home run from the freshman Matt Bishop. Tom Griffin's got to be happy with his freshman. Sebastian Rodriguez comes in for John O'Pierce and hits a double with one out on the board into left center, and then Matt Bishop crushes that home run over the left field wall. No trackman here. Don't have the home cooking, but I'm going to go ahead and guess that was all of 365. Left center is labeled 380. The left field wall labeled 345. First pitch to Maddox Green is on the mark for strike one from Ashton Shackelford. Shackelford delivers again, this time to inside on Green. So it's a 1-1 count with one out on the board for Green. Green is 1 for 3 today. Has a walk and a base hit up the left field line. Next pitch is a breaking ball that misses the mark. Makes it 2-1. Shackelford lines up the 2-1, and he hits Maddox Green in the back. So Carson-Newman has a base runner on. That is the tying run on first base in Maddox Green. And the first batter that this Trojan pitching staff has hit in this series. Maddox Green leads this team in hit by pitches and leads this team in freebies with 18 this season. He's come around to score 13 times. That's second on this team. The first pitch to Braxton Smith from Shackelford is a breaking ball that is on the mark for strike one. Smith is 0 for 4 today. And what a big time it would be to get a hit here with one out on the board and the tying run at first. Next pitch dips too low. And it's a 1-1 count to Braxton Smith. Shackelford, the senior with experience, is coming into this spot. He's thrown a total of 4 innings in relief for the Trojans this season. And Smith fouls this one back. It's 1-2 for Braxton Smith. 5 appearances here in 2026 for the senior. 2.25 ERA. Giving up just 1 hit and 1 run. And Braxton Smith ropes this one into right center. Maddox Green is making his way around third. Tom Griffin is going to hold him up. And runners at the corners for Carson-Newman. The tying run at third base. Braxton Smith with a single to move Maddox Green around, and that brings up Logan Floyd, the all-sack first baseman who leads this team in hits, leads this team in RBIs. And oh no, Anderson, this is a big spot for Carson-Newman, some much-needed momentum generated by the Eagle offense. Floyd is 2 for 4 today. Whole coaching staff is going to come in and have a conversation with Maddox Green, Braxton Smith, and Logan Floyd to discuss what they're going to do here. Got to wonder if they're going to ask Logan Floyd to bunt, or if they're going to give the best hitter in this Carson-Newman lineup a chance to drive in some runners. Needs contact, and good contact at that. This Anderson defense has been stout. No errors in this ball game thus far. Runners at the corners with 1 out on the board. Ashton Shackelford lines up for the first pitch against Logan Floyd, and it's the fastball on the outer half for strike 1. Braxton Smith at first base. He's 3 strides off the bag. Maddox Green about 2 steps off third. And Shackelford throws the 1-0. It's a breaking ball outside. Good take from Floyd. Floyd hit a double in his first at bat up the left field line, and a line drive into left field in the top of the 6th. Those are his 2 hits here this afternoon. Floyd takes the 1-1, and it's a breaking ball well outside. Makes it a 2-1 count, so they haven't asked Logan Floyd to bunt or anything like that. 9 multi-hit games this season already for the junior. And here comes the 2-1. It's inside and high at the shoulder of Floyd to make it 3-1. "24 hits this season and 16 RBIs. This would be an RBI that you remember for the rest of the season. Junior is 5th in the sack in batting average, hitting .426 this season. Hitters count, pitches on the way, breaking ball that is on the mark inside and high. Floyd took it, and it's a full count for number 11. Logan Floyd hits one up the third baseline, and it's foul. Floyd is batting .500 with runners on base. He is 15 of 30 this season. And here comes the payoff pitch from Shackelford. Floyd fouls it off again. Skies it over the Anderson dugout. Good battle between these two. Eagle dugout with their hands in the air, giving Floyd the magic fingers. Runners at the corners, one out on the board. Pitches inside, Logan Floyd will take his base. Base is juiced. In the top of the 9th, Carson-Newman has tacked on 2 runs to make it a 6-5 ball game. Tying run at third, winning run at second. It's Braxton Smith who's on second. Logan Floyd at first base after the walk. Maddox Green is at third. And here comes Bradley Soto Diaz. Soto Diaz leans out of the way of the first pitch, but it's a good breaking ball from Shackelford to make it 0-1. Just one out for Soto Diaz. Wants good contact, avoiding one on the ground in the infield. And he fouls this one off up the right field side as it continues to curl towards the fence here at Anderson Memorial. What a fun ball game this has become for Carson-Newman. Eagles wanting to win badly. Soto Diaz has an 0-2 count. Here comes the pitch. It's right up the middle. Shackelford bobbles it, and no one's going to get there in time. Maddox Green comes to the plate, and this game is tied at 6 apiece. Hard hit ball up the middle from Bradley Soto Diaz gives him an RBI in timely fashion. And PJ Zochi will go have a conversation with his pitcher Shackelford. There is one out on the board and the bases are still loaded. Braxton Smith is at third. Logan Floyd is at second after the walk. And Bradley Soto Diaz now at first after his single to the pitcher. Eagles haven't done incredibly well. They've had the bases loaded a couple times throughout this series. A couple yesterday that come to mind, and can't convert on any of them. They leave runners stranded time in and time again. But Tom Griffin's squad with a chance to take the lead back. They've tied it up with 3 runs in the top of the 6th and 3 runs in the top of the 9th. And now here's Cole Nathan, the all-sack second baseman. Shackelford is back on the hill. He wants a different sign from his dugout and the catcher, Dom Bello. And he had stepped off the mound and then stepped off again, so umpires will discuss if They're going to give Cole Nathan a ball. They're meeting between first base and the pitcher's mound.
Let's go, 6-year dude. Let's do it. Come on, mate. Come on, be big.
Cole Nathan is 1 for 4 today. Center field in his last at bat. He takes the first pitch. A well-placed breaking ball from Shackelford, but it's too far outside for the home plate umpire's liking. And makes it 1-0. Shackelford delivers well outside. Bello had to kind of dive for it to keep runners where they were. And it's a 2-0 count to Cole Nathan. Braxton Smith at third, Logan Floyd at second, Bradley Soto Diaz is at first. Eagles fighting and clawing in this ball game. 2-0 on the way. It's outside again. Make it 3-0. Tom Griffin, in his post-game interview yesterday, said although they lost both of those ball games, something that he loved out of his team was that they continued to fight. They've done that here this afternoon as well. Next pitch from Shackelford misses. Cole Nathan will take his base. Braxton Smith jogs himself home. And Cole Nathan has his second RBI of the day. And Xochitl will go out, imagine, to relieve Shackelford of his duties. Just one walk before this for Ashton Shackelford in his appearances in 2026, and he lets 2 walk, one that scores a run. And now the Eagles have the lead 6-7, or 7-6, I should say. And they will bring in a reliever for Anderson. It's Charlie Sauls, the redshirt sophomore, transferred over from Bob Jones University, and he will see his number called to get Anderson out of this jam. The bases are loaded, and the Eagles have put us here in the top of the ninth. To regain the lead. They've trailed for the entirety of this ball game up until this moment and have done a good job at the plate, being selective in the big moments, remained calm and collected in the batter's box. This inning sparked by a hit from freshman Sebastian Rodriguez. Took a hard hit ball all the way out to the left center wall and would get to second, and then Matt Bishop drilled a 2-run shot to get the Eagles well within striking distance. Maddox Green was hit by a pitch. Braxton Smith hit a line drive into right center to bring him to third, and then with that walk from Cole Nathan, Maddox Green came in to score. Charlie Sauls has thrown in 2 games this season for Anderson. In those 2 games, a total of just 1 inning. Has allowed 1 hit, no runs in his appearances. Recorded a strikeout against Southern Wesleyan in his 2/3 innings of work on February the 24th. And he steps up to face Evan Mutter. Bases are juiced, 1 out. Mutter squares around for the bunt, pulls back, and the first offering from Sauls is a ball. Next pitch on the way is another ball, same spot outside from Sauls, so a 2-0 count. Carson-Newman, before this game, had lost 58 straight when trailing going into the 9th, and has an opportunity to be a statistical anomaly here. Next pitch from Sauls is at the top of the zone and good for strike 1 on Mutter. Floyd is at third. Bradley Sotodia is at second. Cole Nathan is at first. And Evan Mutter gets ready for the 2-1. It's high for ball 3. Hitters count for the junior. Mutter before this was 1 for 4 today. His lone hit was a bunt in the top of the second. Otherwise has struck out looking and a couple ground balls and fly out. And Mutter takes the next pitch. It's a walk. And Carson-Newman now has scored 5 runs in the top of the ninth to extend their lead to 2. They lead 8-6 as Bradley Soto Diaz moves to third. Cole Nathan to second. And Evan Mutter to first on balls. And that brings up the man who led off this inning, Aiden Gibson. He is the lone out in this inning. And he lines up against Sauls for the first time. The first pitch is a fastball for strike 1. Gibson is 0 for 4 in this contest, but does have an RBI. And here comes Sauls on the 0-1. It is good on the upper outer corner for strike 2. Teammates encouraging him with the bases loaded. 2 strikes as Sauls tries to get this Trojan defense out. Whole infield has pinched in, and Gibson fans through 1. A strikeout for Charlie Sauls with the bases juiced, and that's going to bring up
Hey, keep it simple still. Right here.
Sebastian Rodriguez, who got this rally going for Carson-Newman with a drive out to left center, a double to put the first runner on base here in the top of the ninth. 5 runs for Carson-Newman. And Sebastian Rodriguez dodges out of the way of a pitch that comes a little too far inside on the lefty for ball 1. Next pitch from Sauls misses inside again. And it's a 2-0 count for the freshman Rodriguez. Rodriguez now 1 for 2 today with that hit earlier on in this inning. And next pitch is inside. 3 balls to Sebastian Rodriguez. And the Trojans in danger of giving up their 5th free base of the inning. They will. Oh no, it's a strike. Late call from the umpire. As Soto Diaz had started to jog towards home plate, he has to dive back into third. Rodriguez had tossed his bat. That was a super late call from the umpire. That would have been a disaster if Dom Bello would have been able to throw out Soto Diaz at third, and Sebastian Rodriguez knocks one into right field. Cole Nathan is in as he dives into home plate. So 2 RBIs from Sebastian Rodriguez on a hard hit ball into right field have put the Eagles ahead by 4, a 7-run top of the ninth after they've trailed this entire ball game. And Tom Griffin right now has got to be happy with his squad. Soto Diaz and Cole Nathan come in to score. Evan Mutter gets all the way around to third, and Sebastian Rodriguez is on first base, and Xochitl will come out to have a conversation with his club. They're going to bring in another arm in relief, and we'll take a quick break here on the Eagles Sports Network to meet the new arm.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Well, Carson-Newman has mounted quite the comeback here in the top of the ninth. They were down 6-3 before Sebastian Rodriguez got things going with a double into left center. Matt Bishop comes in to pinch hit for Kevin Hammond, and he drills a 2-run shot to make things 5-6. Maddox Green reaches base after he was hit by a pitch. Braxton Smith moves him to third, and then the ball game was tied when Bradley Soto Diaz hit a hard ground ball at the pitcher. Braxton Smith came in to score off of a walk from Cole Nathan, and Anderson has now gone to 3 different arms in this inning: Shackelford, Sauls, and now we'll bring in their third arm in relief here in this top of the ninth. Carson-Newman has lost 58 straight games when they were trailing entering the ninth and have come back here in a massive spot. Sebastian Rodriguez's 2 RBI single has made this a 10-6 ball game. 7 runs here scored by the Eagles in the top of the ninth. And it's number 39 for the Trojans, Nick Wiley from Aurora, Colorado, who will come in and face Matt Bishop, the home run hitter, in this lineup. First pitch from Wiley is outside and at ball 1. Runners are at the corners, 2 outs on the board. Sixth arm in relief for the Trojans. 1-0 on the way to Bishop, and it's in the top of the zone for strike 1. Eagle bats have got hot here in the top of the ninth. Rodriguez about 4 steps off first base, and Wiley drills Bishop with that pitch to send him packing to first. 5 free bases given up by the Trojans in the top of the ninth. That'll load the bases once more. And Maddox Green will come in for his second at-bat in this top of the ninth. Was hit by a pitch last time around. Moves Sebastian Rodriguez to second. The first pitch to Maddox Green is a strike down Broadway. Sebastian Rodriguez at second, Matt Bishop at first, and here comes the pitch to Green. It skips over Dom Bello. Evan Mutter is making his way to first. He's in head first. 8 runs. In the top of the ninth for Carson-Newman, they lead at 11-6 after trailing the entire ball game. Every Eagle in this lineup has scored, aside from Aiden Gibson, and they're going to pinch run Matt Bishop for Kylan Hornbuckle. Eagles trying to add insult to injury here in the top of the ninth. They've lost 6 games in a row, and this has got to feel so sweet for Tom Griffin's squad to finally be ahead and be in a good spot. Now, granted, they still have the bottom of the ninth, have to get out of that, but otherwise, this has got to feel good in general for these Eagle hitters to gain some confidence back. It's been just inning after inning of painful baseball for Carson-Newman, where sometimes they even pull ahead and then the lead gets taken back from them, just deflating all in all. But Tom Griffin's squad has done a great job at fighting Kylan Hornbuckle is into pinch run for Matt Bishop at second. Sebastian Rodriguez is at third base. Maddox Green has first, empty and waiting for him. And Green hits a foul ball up the left field line to make the count 0-2. Green is 1 for 3 today. His lone hit came in his first at bat. It was a hard hit ground ball up the left field line. He's been on base 2 other times, though, a walk, and was hit by a pitch in his last at bat. Wiley throws this one outside and high. Kylan Hornbuckle was halfway between second and third before he tracks back to the bag. Dom Bello doesn't do anything. And it's a 2-2 count to Green. 2 outs on the board, runners at second and third. Green fans through that one, and that will be the inning. Nick Wiley gets the strikeout to end things. And they now have 5 runs to make up here in the bottom of the 9th to try and take the lead back. But Carson-Newman fighting tooth and nail to avoid this sweep. They tack on 8 runs in the top of the 9th. And it would be the biggest comeback that the Eagles have mounted since they were down against Coker on April 20th of 2019. They won that game in 10 innings, but trying to etch their names into Carson-Newman baseball history here. We'll take a quick break on the Eagles Sports Network. New arm coming in for the Eagles when we come back.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most.
Denver Slifka, the arm in relief, and in the hopes of letting Carson-Newman snap a 6-game losing streak. They lost the last 2 games of this 3-game set to Anderson, were swept by LR at home, lost to Lee at home as well, and are looking for their first win in 6 games. Denver Slifka, the freshman, here's his number called, and he will come in for his 3rd appearance in 2026. Has thrown 4 2/3 innings in his starts or his appearances with Carson-Newman. And he lines up to throw the first pitch against Zach Stover, the center fielder. First pitch from Slifka is a breaking ball that misses inside on Stover. So an 0-1 count. Carson-Newman puts up 8 runs in the top of the 9th to retake the lead, and they lead 11-6 currently. Next pitch from Slifka is an off-speed that's on the mark outside, and it's a 1-1 count. Fastball, slider, and changeup in the arsenal for Slifka. And he nearly hits Stover with a ball that slipped out of his hand to make it a 2-1 count. Stover is 1 for 3 today. Strikeout in his last at bat. And he elevates this one out towards shallow right field. Bradley Soto Diaz waving everyone off and is comfortably underneath it to catch it for out number 1. The Eagles just 2 away from snapping a 6-game losing streak.
Number 27, Dylan Napier.
Ben Bullard will step up to the dish. He is 2 for 4 today. 2 ground balls, hard hit balls up the middle that have allowed him to reach. Otherwise, a strikeout and a fly out to Cole Nathan at second base. First pitch from Slifka is a ball a little too high. Finally went to the fastball. Carson Cochran is behind the dish. He came in after Matt Bishop pinch hit, and the next pitch from Slivka is a ball that missed on the off-speed. Cochran started both games at the catching position yesterday. And Slivka misses high again. Cochran tries to settle him down here. Just giving him some hand motions, telling him he's okay. Needs 2 outs to help the Eagles win this ball game. Anderson currently 6 runs on 11 hits. And a 4-pitch walk from Denver Slivka will send Ben Bullard on base. Fifth walk from the Eagle pitching staff in this ball game, and Riley Matthews, who was 0 for 3 today, did reach base in his first at-bat on a walk, but otherwise 2 strikeouts, and popped out in his last at-bat, tried to square around to the bunt. And the first pitch from Slivka is just outside. Cochran turns around and says, "Ump, you sure about that one?" But it's 0-1, or 1-0, rather. Even I thought it was a strike. Jeez. Slivka delivers the 1-0, and Matthews dodges out of the way to make it 2-0. And Jason White will come out. They're going to bring a new arm in for Denver Slivka after he records the first out. And the new arm for Carson-Newman will have to come in with a runner at first base, 1 out on the board, 2 away from winning this ball game. And we'll see who they're going to go to. Denver Slivka will jog back into the dugout. He is greeted by his teammates, and Carson Cochran will have a conversation with the new pitcher on the mound for Carson-Newman. Eagles put up 8 runs in the top of the 9th. They currently lead 11-6. They trailed the entire game. 3 runs in the top of the 6th before that. And then they just get started and they keep on going. So it is an 11-6 ball game. And it's going to be Harrison Shelton, the redshirt freshman from Clinton, Tennessee, to take over duties on the hill. Shelton, just a few appearances here in 2026. Pitched 1 inning against Lee and did throw an inning of relief against Alabama Huntsville. And he has to face Riley Matthews first and foremost, and Matthews had a 2-1 count. First pitch, or had a 0-2 count, and the first pitch from Shelton was a strike, and then Matthews just fouled that one off to make it 2-2. One out on the board, runner at first. Ben Bullard is the runner. And here comes Shelton on the 2-2. Just missed outside. So the count will run full. Riley Matthews looking for his first hit of the day and needs it to keep Anderson alive. Trying to respond to the 8 runs from Carson-Newman. It's a soft pop fly into the shallow infield where Cole Nathan tracks it down and makes the catch. 2 away, and Carson-Newman 1 out away from snapping a 6-game losing streak. There is some action in the Eagles bullpen if need be, you have to imagine. And here comes Adams Fawcett. Tough spot for the left fielder. He is 2 for 3 today, and the lefty Shelton sets and deals. First pitch, strike. Got him looking at the fastball. Fawcett, the transfer from Limestone, and he holds off on a breaking ball from Shelton. Cochran stays in front of it as it skips off the dirt in front of the plate. And it's a 1-1 count with 2 outs on the board. Braden Harrison, one of the home run hitters in this ball game, is on deck.
Yes, sir.
Next pitch is a strike from Shelton. And the lefty just 1 strike away from ending this ball game. 1-2 count for Fawcett. Pitch on the way is outside. And it stays just underneath Cochran, rather. Cochran encouraging his pitcher on the hill, asking him to finish this one out. 2's all across. Shelton comes together. And here comes the 2-2. It's in the dirt again. Cochran keeping it in front of him. A good job by the sophomore catcher to handle the stuff in the dirt and keep Ben Bullard where he is at first. Last season, Carson-Newman swept Anderson. Anderson was trying to do the very same thing to the Eagles as Fawcett fouls that one back. Count is still full. Senior trying to do something big here and keep his club alive in this ball game. They've got 5 runs to make up and just 1 run to do it. Here comes Shelton on the payoff. Got him on the breaking ball. He watched it go by. And Harrison Shelton gets the strikeout to end the ball game. Carson-Newman, the curse is over. They snap a 6-game losing streak and win this one 11-6 off an 8-run top of the 9th to put the game away. And Tom Griffin's squad gets to head back to Jefferson City a little bit happier than they were when they left. 6-game losing streak that the Eagles snap, and their second win in SAC play. They move to 2-7 in conference action and 9-8 on the season. Anderson falls to 13-5 and 4-5 in conference play. Man, what a job by both of these teams, though, throughout the series. In this ball game, it was the freshman that really came up big. It was Sebastian Rodriguez's day where he went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a double to show for it. Matt Bishop was 1 for 1 with 2 RBIs as well and a home run to get things started for Carson-Newman in the top of the 9th. And finally, Tom Griffin can take a sigh of relief that this 6-game skid is over. Carson-Newman will return to the Diamond on Tuesday. They have just 1 day of rest where they take on Trevecca Nazarene at 3 p.m. at Trevecca. And then the next conference series will be at home against Catawba just next weekend. Carson-Newman softball also played today. Have to check in with Matt Scalzo to see the results of those games. But we appreciate you tuning in for this 3-game set of Carson-Newman baseball on this beautiful weekend in sunny South Carolina. But we're going to sign off on the Eagle Sports Network for now. I'm Miranda DeCrow saying so long and thank you so much for listening. Okay.